Me?
What? This one?
Oops.
Can you hear me now?
I've been able to hear you.
Oh, really? All this time?
Yeah,
Because, I thought I wasn't connected.
I was talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Now
Well, I hear you now.
I've got two of you open.
Oh,
Let me see if I can remove this Krista stuff from the call.
yeah, remove that guy.
Boom. There we go.
Get that guy out of there.
Got it. All right. Yeah, I was saying, look at you with you being all early and shit.
Oh, I missed all your smart ass shit comments, did I?
Yes, you did.
Well, let's start over so I can hear them.
All right. Well, 7 o'clock and we're live.
Oh, fuck. Are people here?
2.
Sorry, guys.
There was 3, but somebody just bailed.
I don't blame them.
No, we lost another one.
All right. And the other 2 is us.
Yeah, the other one's probably Sam.
Yeah, she's like, oh, these guys again?
Actually, I keep forgetting to set Sam as a moderator.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
That way she can drop the ban hammer on people. Not that we've ever had to.
Yeah, actually, I don't think we have any.
Yeah.
We don't need anyone. Everyone's cool in the comments.
Yeah, we haven't had
Except
too much
me.
of
Except me. YouTube blocks like 2/3 of my comments.
Or you show up like a half hour late.
That's what I get.
It's not just you though.
It's
not just you though. I guess Diana tried chatting with us last time, and
oh, well, you know Diana. She's so vulgar. That's why.
yeah. She says she won't be able to watch tonight because she has a social life now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So what are we drinking tonight, Chris?
Well, I think I broke my liver last time, so I have diet 0-calorie generic soda.
All right. 0-calorie generic soda. No?
Signature. What is that? Is that Kroger? No.
Oh,
Albertsons.
Safeway?
I think it's Albertsons. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Albertsons and Safeway the same thing.
Right. There you go.
With bonds. Hey, Linda Ray, how's it going? I stopped by Linda Ray and Trevor's live stream on Wednesdays.
Oh, cool. That's the real estate stuff, right?
Yeah. And I don't even have plans to get a business, but I love watching Trailer and Linda Ray interact. It's awesome. It's fun. You look slimmer these days, dude. Thank you. I don't.
No.
Oh. There we go.
Okay. I'm just trying to turn down the volume a little bit here.
Crash. Thank you, Linda.
Is such a loudmouth.
Yeah, I try. Just like.
How's my volume? Am I?
Oh yeah.
Am I in there?
Linda says your mic sounds great.
All right.
Not real estate, idle loans. Yeah, that's right. They do the
title loans,
business loans.
Oh, stuff. Cars.
Idle. Idle.
Idle.
EIDL.
It's EIDL.
Yeah.
Oh.
They've been doing the essentially,
I won't pretend I know.
You know the loans that the SBA has been handing out for business.
Okay.
Survival, essentially.
1 second.
So, my chat not working? No, your chat's working. It blocks my stuff too, sometimes too. Yeah, Sam's gets blocked once in a while. Oh, I got hair in my eye.
Oh. I had the most inappropriate comment. I'm glad I kept it to myself.
Well, a couple of shots in, it ain't gonna matter.
No. I'm on my best behavior tonight. I got diet soda.
This show brought to you by Fireball, not officially sponsored.
Yeah.
Yet. That's my goal.
Yet. Is that our goal? Fireball?
Fireball, Drambuie, and Old Smoky.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay, so the topic today we're going to talk about is which is better, blogging or freelance writing? And this was kind of a idea that came across. I had a viewer once comment about how freelance writing was a joke and that you can't really make any money with it and that you should write for yourself. I'm like,
Okay.
I made a living out of it and bought a house,
I
but
was just
whatever.
gonna say. All
Yeah, this
right.
isn't a rental. I bought this shit. So anyway, but um, can see his point about writing for yourself and making money. The problem is that it doesn't instantly happen. It's like
What what do you remember what kind of freelance writing he was doing?
he was commenting on one of my text broker videos and said that was a joke.
So like text broker
Yeah, and
specifically,
content mills.
that type of freelancing, content mill stuff.
But the way he went off, it sounded like he was
Uh-huh.
talking about all freelance writing and that you shouldn't go into freelance writing and that you should only write for yourself and make money that way.
Oh, okay. Well, he's
Yeah.
entitled to his wrong opinions, but
Yeah.
that's fine. Um,
Like what set me off is how he said like it's you can't make any money as a freelance writer. I'm like, dude, YouTube is full of freelance writers who are doing this shit. What the hell are you smoking?
right. Yeah, like okay. I don't know.
Megan Grant makes like 3 to 4 times more than I do,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
she's hardcore at it. So, and then you have Jordan McKell. Um,
Yes.
there's
Yes.
there's a whole bunch. It's like,
Well, oh shoot. And now my mind's going blank as soon as I'm about to say, well, like Carol Tice,
mm,
Jane Friedman, so many. I'm Nicole Deeker. Yeah, there's plenty of freelancers that make high five figures, six figures.
oh
And
yeah,
and if you're doing copywriting and you get some high-end clients there, I mean, you could go high up above, 100,000.
oh yeah,
I mean, you could make bank with that if you're good. I mean, I don't know. Like not everyone is going to do that, obviously,
yeah.
but the top freelancers in that, maybe their argument was more about active income versus passive income, because
Um,
like you can only leverage your time so far. I mean, I could agree with that. Like there is more of a cap
yeah,
with freelancing, like because you only have so many hours in a day, so there's no more leverage beyond that, and you can only charge so much,
yeah, per word
per
or
hour, per
per
word, per
project.
page,
Yeah,
yeah, per project. So I mean, I see what he was getting at was that with blogging, affiliate marketing, passive income, you can create multiple streams of income.
yeah,
Whereas with freelancing, you can do multiple clients, and that's about as far as you can go with it.
yeah,
So, but to say that, oh, like there's no money in freelancing.
yeah. That's what set me off on it.
Okay.
It's like, whatever. Like I did a blog post a while ago, comparing why I've been doing more blogging than writing on Textbooker. And as an example, I took one of my blog posts and showed
That was in 2018, October or something, 2018.
Chris is a fan.
I actually, no, I just looked it up because I
Oh,
remember, hey, we talked about that before, so I looked it up today. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
so the comparison was so like if I write this article, I would make X amount of money from Textbroker,
Yeah,
whereas if I blog, just an AdSense alone paid me 5 times more than what I would have got out of Textbroker over time.
over time.
Yeah.
For some articles, though,
So
not for everyone.
yeah, for some articles, not
But
all of
yeah,
them.
kind of 80-20 rule, but yeah.
Yeah. It's like my buy me a coffee review is still number one in Google, and
Mm.
it generates more traffic to my site than any other blog post. And just in that review alone, I've made a lot of money just in AdSense. That's
Nice.
not including the anytime I get a referral for buy me a
Referrals.
coffee, I get money from them.
Sure.
I've had a lot of people support what I do by buying me a coffee. One person became a member. So there's like, well, actually, I've got two actually paying members,
Uh-huh.
Chris included.
Oh, right. Oh, like the ongoing subscription,
Yeah,
monthly subscription.
yeah, and I've got another one on top of that. Um,
Woohoo.
there's you can make quite a bit of money off owning your own website. Problem is that a lot of people make it sound like that you can just start today and quit your job, and it just
Oh, God.
yeah, it doesn't work that way.
No, it does not. Although it's the closest way to do that would be content mills. Like
Mm,
technically you could sign up today and if you get approved, like text broker might take a while. It seems like they were
Yeah.
dragging the last, I mean, on and off. It depends, but within a couple weeks, once you get approved, yeah, you could be making money. You could be getting paid the next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, blogging, my goodness, that it takes some time. Although what you were just saying though about with your older video of freelance or blogging versus text broker,
Yeah.
um, it, it you kind of almost proved the guy's point what he was saying. I mean,
Yeah.
not the
Indirectly. Yeah.
not the extreme of what he was saying, but I think it kind of, you know,
Yeah.
kind of validated what if he wasn't such a douche, what he would what he
Yeah.
would have said is that you can make a lot more money with blogging over
Yeah.
time if your stuff starts to rank.
But like we said, that was just one blog post. Out
Sure.
of, I have like more than 600 articles on WriterSanctuary, and a handful of them actually make money.
Yeah.
So
What do you think your average is?
um,
Like you were saying, I think in that video you're saying your best ones could make 30 or $40
yeah,
or something like
so
that.
far per year, um, I think I've made way more than that with just the buy me a coffee one now.
Oh,
But
nice.
mostly it was the text broker stuff that was making the most money. But then the buy me a coffee and the Ko-fi stuff started taking off recently. So I don't know what it is about now.
Hmm.
I know that my average RPM in AdSense has gone up quite a bit, especially since
Uh,
I activated.
since you fixed it.
Yeah, since I fixed it. Went a whole month without making any money. I was like, what the hell? I thought I was like, nobody likes me because I
Right.
wasn't getting any views and no AdSense. And I looked at it closer and like, when you install AMP on WordPress, you break a lot of shit.
That's
So after I fixed everything, voila,
magic.
back up to where I was.
Nice.
I get a payout this month. Woohoo!
Right, right.
How's it going, Ron? Why do I keep getting notifications from shit? Oh, that's something else that's great. Is that okay? So I posted. I complained. I think I complained about this last week too. I added. I don't know if how many of you guys follow me on Instagram, but I shot a picture of myself. I got a haircut. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a haircut. This is got a haircut for the podcast. It's a hell of a lot cooler than when it hits 95 degrees. So I'm thinking to myself as I'm sitting there, I'm going to start getting some notification from people who want to do collabs. Sure enough, I got two before we started the live stream.
Really?
Yeah,
Are they like real things or just random
I
spam kind of?
don't know. I'm like, if you're really interested in my 20 followers, there's something wrong with your product, man.
These are like people
Yeah,
you've never heard of.
yeah. It's like that goes along the lines with that one company who wanted me to sell watches and shoes. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I wear a Fitbit. That's the extent of my watches, man.
Yeah, the best one I got was take a picture. We'll send you a blue t-shirt. Take a picture of you with the blue t-shirt and we'll give you $50. And I'm like, "Wait a second. It's a plain blue t-shirt with nothing on it."
Yeah, there's
So they're
some,
gonna put
yeah.
any kind of fucking
Yep.
messages. They can put anyone's logo, any this, any that. I'm like,
I eat
that
babies.
that's like the equivalent of like doing porn when you're a teenager and they're like, we'll give you $100,
Yeah.
and then that shit sticks with you and haunts you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's
I
giving
don't know.
something
I'm
that.
just making that
Oh,
up. I don't know
well,
personally, but
that sounds good. I mean, you're giving them a green screen to do whatever the hell they want to you.
that's exactly what it was. A green screen.
Let's see, we're behind here.
Who we got
SBA,
here?
idle small business disaster loans. That's what they do. Um,
Disaster. Wow, we were way off.
yeah,
Linda Ray, we have no idea what you guys do.
but you guys are funny.
Actually, sounds like us. People have no idea what the hell we.
I had
Oh
to
God.
restart the chat. At least they can stay on topic for longer than 5 minutes. Had to restart the chat. It wasn't showing everyone else. Hello, peeps. How's it going, Ron?
Hey, Ron.
Wow, did you get paid retro? No, this was all like when I did the blog post, essentially I just wrote it, and now I generate income from AdSense. And That's just how much it's made over the years, and it just keeps going and going and going. And so I started trying to write more articles like that, and less on Text Broker, because over the long term I would make more money. But that's like Chris was bringing up, was uh, I was kind of proving that guy's point to an extent, because it still took a year and a half before I made that much money. And so, as opposed to the instant $15 I could have made from Text Broker right here, right now, just cross my fingers and hope I'm able to make more than that later.
Yeah, with going back to that freelancing
Have you
versus
ever
blogging thing.
seen the rain? That's a good song, Ron.
Oh yeah, we got CCR in the
Yeah.
chats. Nice.
I have that CD, I think.
Yeah, I had it too. But did you have the album?
No, Mom. I think Mom does, though.
Mom is the best.
Yeah.
Oh, oh shit, I forgot what I was going to say now. I don't know. Oh well. God damn it! I finally had something to say that was on topic.
It's okay.
Oh well,
Some
let's
days
just go
I
back
don't
to the
know.
chat.
I don't know what I do. Yeah, I feel like that every day.
What was my job again?
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is a podcast about blogging. It's like us on I think this is probably the longest we've actually stayed on topic. And if you notice, this is also the fewer viewers we've had at
I
this
know.
point.
What
People
does
like
that
it
tell
when
you?
we're
And who's not here today? Guess what that
yeah.
tells you? Nah.
People like us when we're drunk, I guess. We should just start doing a drunk podcast.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it is. Well, you'll have to.
I'll drink for both of us.
It's up to you to derail today.
Alrighty. I was kind of hoping that Mom would show up, because I have my
duck farts.
mixins
Don't
for
tell
a
me.
duck fart.
Oh
Yep,
my God.
I do. I've got Crown Royal and Bailey's, so I was going to pour one for Mom, but she's not here yet. So.
Oh well, why don't you suck a duck butt for me?
I might be able to make two out of that. Yeah, I got my mixer glass and everything ready to go.
Oh, I know. I was gonna say, with our blogging versus freelancing.
Yeah.
So let's talk about when would people want to go with one versus the other, and of course, there's like a million different ways you could go with it.
Oh yeah.
As far as money, which is where the other guy was going in the
Yep.
comments on your video before. Am I back?
Yep, you're back.
Okay. And so from the money angle, I think freelancing is like, if you need money, you got to go with freelancing, right? Because like
yeah.
it's gonna take you forever to get blogging to start bringing you some money.
Yeah.
That's what I did. Content mills. I would say if someone was looking for a pathway, step by step, I would start with content mills. Then from there, you could go to getting your own clients.
Yep. I went to LinkedIn and got mine.
Right. Then you can do a combination of those two until you either drop the content mills and you go all clients, private clients.
Yep.
And then you could be somewhere along the way, you could be starting a blog, building it up as you go, and eventually, do you want to replace freelancing with blogging so that you're going blogging all the way now? Or
yeah,
that's kind of the route I want to go. Although I'll skip the private clients because I have my reasons. Well, actually, I'm skipping everything lately. But
beat me to it. Yeah, you keep posting all your older stuff, and I'm like, I'm waiting for you to post something new.
I did one post.
I saw
one.
Oh
post.
no, that's right. You did. Well, there was two. There was one that you wrote, and then the other one on Ryan's blog. Yeah, that's what
Ryan shared the guest post that he did for me. Oh,
which I read.
Retweeted it. That's what got your ducks all out of a row.
Yeah, that's why I like the image looks familiar, but the layout's different. And I'm like, oh, it's not even his blog. Which I went ahead and read anyway. It was a good blog.
Let's see. Who do we have with us today? We've got Ron. We've got Linda Ray.
And Sam
Ron the only one in our chat right now who does
writing?
Writing?
Probably.
Probably.
He says, why not do
Well,
both?
well, Sam's here, but she's almost as bad as me.
Well, she hasn't had any actual practical like take two
You're done. You're done.
practical
Dial. You're done. Good night.
practical experience writing is what it is.
Ah.
But Ron says, why not do both as you have the time? Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's that's what I'm kind of doing right now. Is well, of course, normal people aren't trying to do 5 blogs at once.
No, they're not.
But my threshold is that as soon as I bring in 3 times more than what I make with private clients, then I'll start just doing that full time, just blogging.
What are you going for? You said
Three
three
times,
times
yeah, 3 times more than what I make now. That's my threshold.
when your blogging income
Yeah.
makes triple what you make now.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I have lofty goals.
I was just. Wow. Okay.
Swing for the fences, man.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Let's see. I love writers. I really don't consider myself a writer, but I am writing a memoir. Oh, that's right.
Well, there you go.
She
Okay.
was using Scrivener. And I do
That counts.
engage in a ton of copywriting for our marketing purposes.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
All right. I got you. Ron's working on his next article for Medium.
Cool.
Okay. So Ron's going more of, well, I would. What would you call that? Well, it's
Well, with
kind of blogging. It's kind of
I
he's
would,
Web 2.0ing.
yeah, I would say blogging. Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
blogging.
because it's not
Yeah,
for a client, even though it's on a separate platform.
yeah, and he still has potential to make money
He
with
owns the work.
Medium. So
Yeah, he owns the work. So that would fall along in blogging, like a free blogging platform, if you look at Medium that way,
yeah,
or not free. I forget. Are you paying Ron?
yeah. I'm not.
I forget. I forget.
um, God, I really haven't done much on the other ones. I've been writing every day for Crossing Colorado, though. Did you know that WordPress will now
Yep.
tell you when you're on a streak for publishing articles?
Really?
Yeah, I
That's
noticed that.
nice.
I noticed
Is
that
that in the app or
in
on your?
on the web browser. If you're in the back end of WordPress, and at any point you'll get your notifications on the right under that little bubble that tells you when you have comments and whatnot.
Right.
Um, WordPress will tell you how many days you have published in a row.
Ah.
I'm on an 8-day streak.
Well, nice.
Yeah,
That is nice.
that's kind of cool. Didn't notice it
That's pretty
before,
cool.
so it must have been
Hmm.
fairly recent.
Okay. Well, that's
Finding,
good.
see, finding keywords I have a chance to rank has been difficult. Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to bring up was that when you're trying to do something like blogging, um, keep in mind there's a new blog created every half a second, and there is a world literally of competition out there. Now, not all of them are going to be successful. In fact, I think it's 80% of all blogs started today will be gone in 12 months. Um,
Sounds about right.
but there's still a ton of competition out there. So you have like, especially like with the niches that I'm in, it's stupid competitive.
Yeah.
So like when I get something in the top 10 of Google, I'm thrilled. But it can be quite difficult, and it's a lot of these experts make it sound like you can just get started right now, and in 6 months you'll be able to quit your job and have like $10,000 a month and shit. And I'm like, that doesn't work that way, especially if you have a job and you're working full time while you're blogging. They want you to write, was it 2,500 words is the key point for an article to score on the top of Google. And then you have to do SEO, LSI, and search intent research, which eats up a shit ton of time. So if you have a full time job and they want you to write a blog post every day at 2,500 words, including all the research, goodbye to your social life.
Well, no, that's why you have to buy the
Oh,
the
yeah.
keyword research tool that they use that through their affiliate
Excuse
link.
me. Yeah.
Wow. There you go.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, and
There's,
sometimes though they will um wow, what should I say? The ones that get me are the ones that are like, they'll show you, I just created this website 6 months ago and look at,
Uh,
the numbers I'm getting. But it's
yeah,
like, or I just wrote an email and I just made $2,000 with one email. And it's like, but they don't tell you that they've been doing this shit for 12 years,
yeah, right.
And it's like, yeah, yeah, this one website was only 6 months old, but they had a network established. They had, you know,
Yeah.
learning curve, but I don't know.
Well, those are crazy
Uh,
numbers. Yeah, that's they are. It's like one of my biggest pet peeves about that is that the experts say that you have to have 2,500 words. Well, that is taken from an average across every industry. Not every search needs that. I come across stuff all the time that score in the top one or two results in Google that have less than 400 words. It all comes down to the content and who you're trying to target. That's something else they don't tell you either. That really gets my goat.
right. And plus, like, it depends on your audience, because if
Yeah,
your audience doesn't want to read 2,500 fucking words every
right?
time, like, forget about it. Like, some people love short, snappy 500 word posts,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So,
Like I found the what is it? What I'm trying to think of. The key to tutorials for WordPress is 1,200 words. Now, this is based off of 4 years of experience. We wrote articles at 600 words, 800 words, 1,200, 2,000 words. And the ones that hit around the 1,200 word mark are the ones that do awesomely in Google. And they have the highest
cool.
retention rates. So
Okay.
1,200 words for a tutorial is the key point. But which goes to show that not everything can be based on those averages.
Right. Yeah. And for context, for those who are like, oh, 1,200 words, that's what I got to write. That's for WordPress blogging
Yeah,
tutorials.
tutorials. Yeah.
So
And that's just things
your
like,
mileage may vary.
yeah, how to install a plugin in WordPress. Like we used, I think it was WP Forms. And it was all we did, we went from 800 words and we just increased it to 1,200. I had the writer add a few other plugins of interest that do plugging or that do contact forms. And then we answered a few questions that were in people also asking Google. So just adding 400 words to the article over 6 months increased the traffic by over 200%. That's all we
Oh
did.
yeah,
All we
yeah,
did was add 400 words. It took us a half hour. Not even
nice.
that. So I'm like, see, yeah, I know what the hell I'm talking about. Well, that was case. My favorite though is when we increased the one article by 8,000%, and that was like 8,000% sounds like a lot, but technically that's only the difference between one visitor and 80.
Yeah.
80.
Well, if it was
But
only one visitor, is
yeah,
that all it was?
no, no, this article was
Oh,
actually in
okay.
the hundreds, and so when we
Oh,
jacked
okay.
it up by 8,000%, we're talking tens of thousands at this point. So it was, yeah, it was like 20, 27,000 over 6 months,
That's
something like that.
nice.
It was stupid high, but all we did to it was add, I think it was 200 words and a conclusion. That was it.
Hmm. Well,
So sometimes the simplest changes can set the algorithm off, and your shit can take off.
sure. I remember a few years ago on hub pages, writing for hub pages. That was something that people started jumping on, was re refresh add a little bit more to your articles on hub pages, your older articles, and a lot of times they'll get a nice little boost in traffic. And of course, it helps. A big part of it is your domain authority, or how well you rank already. So
Yeah.
um, but so yeah, so like for a big site like hub pages, that would work well. I remember one of my friends who writes there, she would like almost every day she would go back to some of her hubs. That's what they call the articles.
Yeah.
And she would just tweak one little thing. Like she would like change one subtitle, or add a caption
Hmm.
and a photo, or just add a couple sentences, and she'd boost her traffic, and
Yeah.
she was getting like, I forget how much she said, but it was like she was boosting her monthly earnings by a good 10-20%
Nice.
just by making little tweaks like that. And I was like, okay, well, hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah. There was one YouTuber that I watch. I can't remember his name. He's got an accent. I quoted him in the other computer center website, but he improved traffic to one of his blogs just by going in and adding internal links to his newer stuff.
Oh
So
yeah.
like, and
Well, you can
I don't,
squeeze more
I
juice out of
never,
each visitor, right?
yeah, and I never do that.
Yeah.
As if I
Nice.
have time to
Well,
remember that
that's
shit.
okay. I was gonna say, didn't I scold you about that before?
Yeah,
I don't know. I
I think you
probably
did
did.
that, and Amazon links too.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
speaking of
Oh,
Amazon,
definitely that.
I
Yeah.
had to re-sign up with a new account because I didn't sell anything inside of 180 days, and I
They
completely
dropped
for.
you?
Yep, so I had to sign up a whole new one. So I'm like, I completely forgot because I was gonna buy something.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's
Oh
what
well.
happens. Yeah,
Oh,
when you don't really market your shit very well, you can't expect greatness.
well. Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, so did you get a new account? Is it
Oh
up
yeah,
up
yeah,
and it's all good?
yeah. I'm
Oh,
back up
okay.
and running. I got it
Okay.
that day actually because I went
So
to.
did you go and change out your old links that you have with the new ID?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I was thinking about that today. I'm like, oh, and I even put in a
Oh, now
bunch
I gotta
recently.
change them all.
Yeah,
There's probably a plugin that'll do it like
son
that.
of a
I don't know.
bitch. I don't know. See, that's why I want to put everything in AdSense or in advanced ads because I use advanced ads on all my websites. But the links I
Mm,
do manually.
right.
So I'm like, if I just put everything in advanced ads, anytime I have to change stuff like that, I can just go in and change that one ad, and then advanced ads will change it for me throughout the entire blog. But it
Oh.
works better for like banner ads and entire sentences and stuff like that. Um, it doesn't monitor any special manual links that I put in. So that's going to be a
Hmm.
bit of a pain in the ass, but yeah. It's not like I was making bank on it in the first place, which was shut down.
Right. Well, still though. Especially I would think especially now with your crossing Colorado trying to do 30 posts in 30 days on there,
Yeah.
I would assume, at least a few of those will be product reviews. So
That's oh yeah,
maybe get some going on there,
I've got
you
an
know.
ice cream review coming up too.
And then you have to put internal links from some of your other posts that get traffic on Crossing Colorado and point them to
Yeah, 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 yeah,
the
no.
money pages, the reviews, the internal link. Well, anyway,
You know
okay.
what's great is that I know all this shit. I do it all
Yeah,
for.
I know. You probably
I do
like
it
me.
for
You probably
clients.
actually I've actually written articles for clients
Yep.
teaching this shit, and it's like I don't even do it
Yep. I
myself.
do it all the time for my clients.
Oh well.
I do it all the time on Green Geeks' website.
Right.
I can market the shit out of my company, but I can't do it for myself. I don't know why. I know what needs to be done. I just need to do it. I think what it is that
It's
my
fear. It's
well, not necessarily
well, not
fear.
fear, nervous, insecurity. Insecurity is a
Probably
sorry,
a little bit of
sorry. I mean, it
imposter
doesn't sound
syndrome
nice,
going
but
on. No, you're right.
yeah, it's imposter syndrome. There you go.
But then there's also, I wonder how much of that is my clients are paying me, my blogs aren't. I'm not making a lot of money on the blog, so I don't put them in as high as priority as someone who's actually giving me a paycheck.
Well, that's just some stinking thinking right there. What movie is that from?
Marketing
That's
is my jam.
some
Nice.
stinking thinking. Well, anyway.
Yeah, Linda Ray is awesome at marketing. She, um, their website or their channel exploded, and it was
Ah,
rather quick. And so she was all freaking out, telling me that, oh no, it's not going to happen. I'm like, oh yeah, I bet you'll hit your threshold for YouTube partnership program way before I do. And she doubted it, and I told her, nah, at the rate you're going. And sure enough, their channel exploded. So she's got it. Yes, imposter
Well, do what
syndrome.
Linda Ray
Yes,
does. I mean,
I
in your own way, but
yeah, I could, but that would, I don't know. It's a lot of time.
oh,
I
okay.
I think it's one of the most magical things. Yeah, nailed it, Chris. Also, take it from me, it's a full time job to do the marketing. Yeah, see,
Yep.
so it's easy
Yep.
to let things go. Yeah, see, that's where I'm running into is right.
No.
I think that is all on me though. 5 blogs, 3 channels, and a Twitch stream, 7 despair, and the ebook.
Right. Yeah.
That's all
The
in a
thing
week.
you're stretched so thin with so many projects. I mean,
Let's add another.
you can only optimize your time so much,
Yeah.
you know, to yeah, it's tough. I think I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what we got to do for you.
Sam was saying maybe I should start dropping some stuff. Like, I don't know if I
Well, not
could.
drop completely. Here's what you should do. Here's what you should do.
Okay.
Keep up the content creation at the pace you are, but
Okay.
or at the pace you were, like something you can maintain at least for the next 30 days. Okay, maybe this isn't the best time because you're doing the Crossing Colorado
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Go back before you started doing the 30 posts in 30 days on Crossing Colorado. Here's what you do. You go back to what before that, how many blog posts were you doing a week across all your sites?
On a good week, see, I had 3 for WriterSanctuary no matter what.
Okay.
Um, and then, oh, see, that's part of the problem is that I got so wrapped up in other stuff. I haven't been able to do much at all this year. Um, 3 for WriterSanctuary. My ideal is to write 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 blog posts a week, I think is what it was.
Is that what you were doing that or you were aiming for that?
That's what I was aiming for. I only did it like a handful of times.
Okay.
But then
What
that's
were you actually doing?
way less. So I've got
Well,
a large part of that though is that um, there have been some major projects for clients that came up recently that I
right.
finally finished. Um, or when Green Geeks needs me to upload one of their videos, that takes like 2 hours of my day just in the video stuff alone. And I can't do anything while my machine's uploading because I need a new machine and my internet sucks ass. Um, so luckily I don't have to render the video, which is great because that would take me all day.
Right.
But they send it to me and I upload it. I do all their tags and titles and thumbnails and good stuff like that. And that winds up taking a big chunk of my day. And then I've had to do blog posts for them for upcoming WordFest. See, there's WordFest coming up, and then there's like 2 or 3 um, events that we're hosting for WordPress organizers to get more women speakers. We've had a few of those I've had to do. Um, so it's been busy.
Oh yeah, I just want to cite on that. So you said there was a WordPress event where they're trying to get more women speakers?
Yes.
Like is this like a panel, like a word like blogging
Um.
panel kind of
What?
discussion,
Let's see. In at a word camp,
right?
it's you have essentially they get up on stage and it's like a seminar.
Okay.
They talk about a certain topic for like an hour, and then you move on to the next. It's a whole like the good ones are like a weekend long, and they cover all kinds of topics. It's kind of a like a I don't really know how to describe it because I've only been to WordCamp, so I have no idea what kind of stuff is that out there social wise because I never leave the house. But
Right.
What it is that they're having problems that they want more women speakers to come up and talk about. Like, if I was to do a WordCamp, I would go up there and talk about how to create content in WordPress,
Right.
um, how to use
Because
certain tools. Yeah, because that's what I specialize
that's your
in.
cup of tea. There you
Well,
go.
I can show you how to use. I use Yoast SEO and exact metrics for the headline analyzer, and then I can show you how to set up, how to outline a blog post using headers. That would be a talk that I would give for about an hour, and then they move on to something else.
Gotcha.
So there's like,
So they'll have like half a dozen, 5, 10
oh
speakers
yeah,
throughout
yeah,
the day. Oh, okay. And so they're trying to get
more
more
women,
women, but they're
yeah.
having a hard time.
Some places are, some places are finding it more difficult to attract women speakers, and so that's what this thing that Green Geeks is sponsoring is how to engage women to speak at a WordCamp and how to host your own empowerment meetups in your local area. So it's kind
I
of a
like
cool
that.
idea. So
I like that. Yeah, we
yeah,
we need to get more women on those panels because it's like, man, so many times you'll see stuff, uh, like on Twitter or something.
yeah.
Oh, this seminar coming up, and it's like it's all dudes. It's
Mm-hmm.
all guys. Okay. Well,
Oh
that's good. So, and Green Geeks is actually hosting
yes,
that. Oh, I like
we're
that.
hosting one in India, and then in November I think we have one in Costa Rica. So we do them worldwide. Worldwide, we're doing them with um, oh, I can't remember her name. She's one of the WordPress community organizers for WordPress, and so she's going to be doing the webinar or event, and um, but anyway, it's worldwide, and it's had quite a positive impact on um, getting women to speak their voice and be up on stage and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Cool. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Dude, drop a link for that on Twitter. I'll retweet that one.
Um, I think Linda, not Linda. I think Anna. If you follow Go Green Geeks,
Anna
Anna Gargioni, she does a
Gargioni, yeah.
lot of tweets that kind of stuff out. And if I see it, I will definitely retweet it from her.
Okay.
But it's pretty cool.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
For me, nothing's hotter than a woman who can code.
Please don't say that at one of those seminars
No,
about.
well, I won't be drinking at a webinar or at WordCamp. Now, the
Okay.
WordCamp after parties where I'll do that.
All right. Here, let me back it up a second. Sorry, I kind of derailed us a little myself. Okay, we were talking about what you got to do because you got all these things you're trying to juggle. I
Yeah.
would suggest try creating content at the rate that you were, but only post one a week to each site. Same
Uh,
with videos, one video a week to each site or to each channel, but keep creating them so you kind of build up a buffer and
uh,
then you have a little
yeah.
breathing room. It's like
Kind of like
okay,
what we're doing with
tell me. Yes,
the
yes.
spare. Yeah.
Tell me how good it feels the last 5 weeks for Creative Sanctuary when it's all pre-scheduled.
Yeah.
The 10 videos in a row were pre-scheduled.
Um,
Tell me how that feels. Tell me about that.
it's nice because I'm not stressed out. I'm not trying to crunch it out on a Saturday night. It's like now I have the entire week to work on it, so it's nice.
Okay.
You saved
So
me a
imagine,
ton of time.
no, imagine now that feeling. Okay,
When I have a
when
blog, yeah,
you've got 10 posts in the queue for Writer Sanctuary, and they're going to go out one a week
yeah,
for the next 10 weeks. You've got your next 10 posts in Crossing, Colorado, or whatever, Michael Brockbank, and you've got 5 videos all lined up,
yeah.
and I think you could, I think if you just back off for just publishing once a week on each channel, blog platform,
Yeah.
you know, and because you're not doing more work that way, right?
Hmm.
You're doing the same amount of work. You're just slowing down your publishing for a little while, just so you can build up a buffer.
So I have like a little bit of change at the bank.
Yeah, and then you
Hmm.
have a little flexibility in your schedule where you can try batching content to be a little more efficient
Hmm.
with your time, you
Yeah.
know. I don't know, this all sounds good. This all sounds good on
Yeah,
paper.
it sounds great on paper.
You're like, yeah, yeah, I wrote an article about this for a client
actually,
last year.
actually, I think I wrote a blog post on WriterSanctuary about this.
Oh, did you really?
I think so.
Oh shit.
Schedule. Oh, I wrote an article about scheduling content. That's what it was.
We're the kings of talking a good talk, but
Oh, yeah.
not walking it.
Yeah. Do as I say, not as I do.
Right. Okay. Well,
Well,
anyway.
that was for people who have one blog.
Right.
Okay, Aurora Consulting, small business cheerleader. That is Linda Ray and Trevor's new channel, by the way. Um, I think I'm subscribed to it. I don't know how I didn't think to pop in under both channels to jiggle the YouTube juice for your watch
Oh,
hours.
I
Jiggle,
just snorted.
yep, jiggle that YouTube.
Jiggle it. It's jiggling, baby. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, which was funny. Okay, so I was going through numbers and like normally the podcasts for Writer Sanctuary actually get twice the traffic as my Monday live streams throughout the week.
What?
So like
Writer
I'll
Sanctuary.
get
Wait. Say it
yeah,
again. Sorry.
the Writer Sanctuary podcast, this one here,
Okay.
will
Okay.
get twice the visitor rate than my live streams on Monday.
Not this past Monday. You were up to 15 on Monday. That's the
You
most
know,
I've ever
the
seen.
total visitors will hit 43, but last week's podcast had 73.
Oh, sorry.
So we get a lot more people coming in for the podcast than the live stream.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Oh, so that's 73, like counting all the people that pop in and pop out
Yeah,
throughout from start for the whole 2 hours or
yeah,
whatever it was. Oh, I see. Okay.
but that's still pretty cool.
That is cool.
It counts toward getting monetized. Yeah, baby. Yes, it does. In fact, I'm well over the 306 hours for 28 days that I need to be. And it moved us up from being monetized in February to being in December. So that's when I'll hit
Wow, you could
4,000 hours watch time. And I'm a
you,
dork with a spreadsheet.
an adorable dork.
I saw it working in your head.
Oh my
Have a
gosh.
spreadsheet for everything.
Okay. So, Writer Sanctuary might get monetized this year.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That would be very nice. Cool, man. So we
And
just need to get you more subs.
yeah, not necessarily subs. I have the 1,000 subscribers. I just need the watch time, and I need to start
Oh,
making
no,
more
that's right. That's
videos.
right.
I'm gonna have Sam. Is going to. She keeps asking me what she can do to help. I said, you know what you could do is take Monday's live stream and see if there's any clips that you can take out and publish them.
Yeah, because I'm not
So
doing it. Apparently.
yeah.
I was gonna.
So yeah, Linda Ray brought this up to me last week, the week before. She was telling me how her channel exploded because she would take clips from her live streams
Yep.
and publish them as videos. And so, you know what? That's a good idea. I just don't
Yeah.
have time to do it, but Sam
Yeah.
does. So,
Okay. Cool.
all right.
Yeah, that was the idea, but I just haven't gotten to it. I don't
Well,
know.
that's all right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling or downloading the podcast and editing them so we can upload them to Anchor. Because as
Ah,
soon as we get the link, then we can start sharing our Spotify stuff.
okay.
Yeah, we
All
might even
right.
actually get a traffic. That'd be great.
All right.
We can get an audience. That is a game changer. 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured just it's short clips. All she has to do is find something interesting and cut it. In fact, after you've mentioned that, Linda, I am a big fan of Christopher Titus, and he does a podcast on YouTube, and they stay way on topic. He's funny, but at least they're on topic. But he does that. Recently, he's been doing it. He's been taking clips from his podcast and uploading them.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, that's like Gary V. That's like his entire content model is that, go speak at seminars and just talk all day long and have a dude with a camera following you, and then have them break it up into little bits and pieces and put
Yeah.
smaller videos up. It's like, man, you get so much mileage out of that.
I bet they can
But it's
afford that
they've got seasoned people
though.
doing it. But he started out doing it, I mean, doing it all himself, I guess. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a time suck, that's for sure.
Hmm.
That's for sure. Especially the way we do it. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack, trying
Right?
to find that 2 minute
Hey,
clip in that 2 hour.
oh, we have to go past 20
Okay,
minutes of us being drunk.
okay,
Shit.
okay. But you know what? Hey, we can do this. Let's stay on topic. Let's practice. Uh, okay.
So Sam was sitting here with a notebook to take notes on timestamps of what to take out.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I thought of that too.
she wrote
Didn't
she
work.
wrote one timestamp.
Is that today?
No, that was on Monday.
On Monday?
Yeah. Like, how's that going?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, we
Hey, and I
just
wasn't even. Oh no, I was there. Never mind.
well, the thing is that we have
In
so
the
much
chat.
fun doing this shit that like I love interacting with the audience. That's what I
Yeah.
thrive on. Like, so I'm not really sure how well this is going to play out as an audio file on Spotify, but
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, it depends on what the chat. If the chat is on topic,
yeah.
then we're gonna be on topic. If the chat is
But if my
all
sister
over the damn
shows up,
place, then Patrick. If Patrick shows, we're fucked. Gosh.
Angela actually tried to save us a couple of times.
I know she brought us back. She was such an angel, but
I
but
wonder
we
why they're
still
not here
wrecked
tonight.
it.
You know why they're not here tonight?
They got shit to do. That's why.
I was talking to Dad tonight. I told him about my podcast. He's like, "You have a podcast?" Like, yeah. And that was it.
Yeah.
I told him that Angela, Patrick, Clint, and Mom showed up. One of them,
Uh,
and um, oh, I can't remember how the conversation went. Son of a bitch. Well, anyway, I told him that they were showed up, and now nobody showed up. I
so
cursed this.
was he like, oh, so your mother's gonna be there? Forget it.
Yeah, fuck it.
It was one of those.
No, it's Dad really doesn't care what I do on YouTube. I don't even think Dad knows what the hell I do in general. He
That
knows that I did
might
Text
be good.
Broker. I've taught him how to do a few things in Text Broker,
Yeah.
and he knows I do the blogging stuff,
Right.
but I don't think he knows the extent of what I do. So, whatever.
Well, if he wants to
I can pay
know,
my
he'll
bills.
ask.
That's
If
Well,
he
it's not
wants
like
to know.
I am extremely easy to find on the internet. You type in my name, I'm all
You
over
are.
Google.
You are.
So
Fuck that lawyer and that
yeah,
dentist, man.
the
It's
doctor's
it's
gone. Now
it,
it's
and
just
the
the
doctor,
lawyer.
he's gone. Now it's the writer at the top of the page.
Well, not
Woohoo!
yet. Yeah,
Oh,
well,
we're getting
I'm on
there.
the. I'm getting there. I have to. I take up 50% of the first page of Google. The other half is taken up by the lawyer who has paid ads. I figure that if I
Oh,
actually publish a book, I will knock his ass off of it.
all right.
Yeah, I'm in competition with somebody who doesn't know he's in competition.
Well, speaking of publishing a book, if you publish a book,
Yeah, I actually been working on it.
that's what I hear.
I'm kind of excited about it. I might actually be done with it this month.
This is your
I the audio.
autobiographically.
I'm the one drinking, people. It's the autobiography that I'm writing of how I got started freelance writing in general, and it covers how I had to shut down the computer center, the depression I faced, starting off with text broker, having to deal with imposter syndrome, not feeling like I'm good enough for anything. It's really writing it has depressed the shit out of me. Like I had a really, really sad beginning,
Oh well, and it
but
only got better.
oh yeah, it's oh, kind of. Not. I've been facing a world of hurt since 2012,
Yeah.
and um, it's been getting like the last couple of years have been awesome. Like everybody, even though 2020 went to shit for everybody else, 2020 was actually my banner year, and 2021 is going to surpass it. So I feel kind of bad for everybody else because I'm doing so well. But I did have to go through a decade of some of the worst shit a parent could ever possibly go through. So it's really depressing to write. And I don't know, there's times where I feel bummed out while I'm writing. I'm like, wow, I had to go through a ton of crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's depressing, but I'm excited to finish it. Um,
Hmm.
I'm not I'm not writing it to look for sympathy. I the whole idea behind it was to show that anybody can do it if you put in the effort to do it. And like all these people that say that content mills are crap, that's where I started, and I bought a house. So you can do it.
Right.
It just takes a lot of work and dedication.
That was a lot of 500-word articles to get a house.
Fuck yeah. Well, I went back and I was helping somebody recently on. I, see, I don't want to like dox him, but one of my viewers asked me for some help about trying to get into text broker. So I told him, yeah, go ahead and take a look at your stuff. I won't fix it. I won't write it for you, but I'll tell you what you need to fix in it. And so, out of curiosity, I went through and looked back at my stuff in text broker. Do you know how much money I made in teams and direct orders alone?
How much?
Holy shit. I made way more money on those than the open pool ever.
Yeah.
And all I can think is like more than half my income came from those. And we're talking tens of thousands of dollars here. And
Yeah.
so I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit, I had no idea I made that much money on teams. That was
Oh
insane.
yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, you get some of those teams one, especially once you get in the groove on it, and you like they have a template they want you to
Mm,
follow, or just like you get they want you to do a 300, 400 words, and
yeah.
it's like the same shit, rinse and repeat, man.
You
You
get
can
that
you can,
groove and bam, bam, bam,
yep,
bam, bam, you pump
yeah,
them suckers out. Like there was
yeah.
one that I belonged to. I still belong to them. And they only pay 1.37 cents a word, which is less than 4 star.
Mm-hmm.
But the kicker is that these are some of the most mindless, dumb, easy pieces of content you could possibly write. They say, here's the keyword, write something that reflects this website. There you go. You could write whatever you want. And
Yeah.
so I could blast those out so fast. Those ones I was making like $30 an hour doing because I could just rip
Mm,
through them so fast.
yeah.
So you can make banky getting some of those good teams.
Mm. Hmm.
Yeah,
I
it's
miss I miss those. I miss my good days. I didn't have a lot of them, but I miss them.
there's times where I miss doing it. I met a lot of fun clients. A lot of clients that were turned into direct orders. Like there was one that used to send me 5 articles every morning for like a year and a half, and his stuff was super easy to do too. Uh, but that's part of the problem with text brokers that it's anonymity. So when
Yes.
his company decided to hire an in-house writer, they had to let me go. They apologized profusely, said they wish they could hire me directly, and they gave me one hell of a tip.
Hmm.
So
That's
I'm like,
cool.
that's such a bummer though, because they would have hired me on as an in-house
Right.
writer. So
Uh,
that's part of the downside to content mills, I guess.
yeah. Okay, real quick,
Yeah.
sorry. I have this notification on here saying your call will end in 5 minutes, and that popped up 3 minutes ago.
Oh,
I've never seen this before on the Zoom or the not Zoom. What is it we use?
your call ends in two
Google.
minutes. Oh,
Is
oh.
that so? If I go if I blank out, send me a new link or something. I don't know.
Um,
Just giving you a heads up here. I don't know.
wow, this is weird.
Are you seeing something on your end?
Yeah, I just clicked on the screen here. I've never seen this before. Okay, well, I want to get started. Um, 24 hours. I wonder if we hit our 24-hour cap.
Is this Comcast doing this
No,
to us?
it's Google.
Okay,
Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to start
wrap
a
it
new
up.
one.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll
Fuckers.
just whatever happens, happens here.
Okay, well, if I lose you, I'll just start a new one.
Okay.
Well, that's lame. We have to come up with a better solution.
All right. When we come back, let's talk about pros and cons of blogging versus freelancing.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
get more on that.
Oh,
Yeah, it says this call's about to end. Dude, I got like 10
yep.
seconds.
Yep. This call's about
Shit.
to end. Bum, bum,
Okay.
bum, bum,
So
bum,
I'm
bum, bum,
gonna,
bum, bum,
I don't know.
bum.
I don't know what happens.
Mission Impossible. I don't know. I'll probably just close it.
Bye, guys. Love you.
And here goes. That is nuts. Okay. So, oh, look at that. All right. So let's start a new meeting. Add. Uh-oh. Well, that's probably not good to live stream everybody's email. Oh, crap. I just closed it. Hold on. Let me fix this here. The fun of trying to do crap. Start instant meeting. Here we go. Okay, add others. Oh, look, there's my screen. Now, I think, is that the right one? I don't know. Yep, okay. Alrighty, so I sent the new one to Chris, but anywho, of 1 hour? Seriously? Of course it does. Okay, so, aside from having technical difficulties, I guess let's see, pros and cons of blogging and freelancing. We'll cover that with Chris here. That would be a great time to have a commercial break if I had commercial breaks. But I don't. There's more digestible. Okay, let me see what we got here from Linda Ray. Editing from a live stream can take hours. Be prepared. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be time consuming. Hopefully Sam can do it for me. That'd be great. It said free groups. Hey, there's more digestible for consumption. Yeah, I bet. That's one of the things I want to do for shorts. So, hey, and Chris is back. Unfortunately, I think I just doxed everybody in my freaking email list. It's on Google. Hey there? Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Everybody's watching. Do you guys like better freelance writing or blogging, and why? That's a good question, actually. Maybe try Hangouts or Discord in the future. Yeah, I think Discord. So I was able to chat with Diana for I think we were on for like 2 hours one night through Discord. So maybe next time we'll try Discord. Yeah.
That's a video chat option.
Discord does have video. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I think Google Hangout or I think Google Meet works better than Discord, but I don't know. That could just be she was on wireless internet. So I guess we could try it. We gotta find something. Kind of hard to have a. That would have been a great time to put a commercial if we had any.
Oh, right. Yeah. Commercial for Drambuie.
Yeah.
Fireball.
I'm out of Fireball.
Okay. Well, so back to our topic. I was thinking of one reason that I like content mills more than blogging sometimes. And I think this would be for people who struggle with imposter syndrome or some version of that, because what if it's not imposter syndrome and you're just a genuine imposter?
Yeah.
Or what if you or for whatever reason, for people who want to write but feel weird about blogging because they feel like, oh, I don't
Um,
know enough, I'm not expert on that or whatever. Granted, there are ways to get around that, but here's one of the things that I like content mills. I love the anonymity
mm,
of a content mill. That can be a plus.
yeah.
Like to some people, it's like, and you mentioned in your video of why you prefer blogging over text broker a couple years ago. You
Mm,
talked about how you want to get your name on stuff. You don't get a byline when you write for content mills, it's just anonymous. But that can be an advantage for folks who just maybe get anxiety or they feel nervous about something or they just feel like, well, who am I to write about this topic? The beautiful thing is when you're writing for Content Mill, um, your name isn't on it.
yeah.
So it's like
Exactly.
you can just, if you can Google, you know, protein needs for seniors or something like that, or how to unclog a kitchen sink, like nobody cares, who you are.
Yeah.
Some plumber is going to put their name on it and they're going to fact check it, or just they'll just read it over and they'll just say, oh yeah, that's how you unclog a kitchen sink, and they'll put their name on it and they'll publish it and you get your $7 or $10 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So that's kind of one of the benefits there. So that's
Yeah.
a plus
So
for
you're gonna
people
write.
who feel, yeah, for people who feel like, oh, I don't want to do blogging, I don't want to put my name on this, like, because who am I, blah blah blah.
Oh,
You can, if you can Google it and write about it, you can make money and it's all anonymous. So that's one plus there.
see, and I know a couple of people who hate the idea of having their name or even their picture on the internet. So stuff
Yes,
like that
that
would be
too.
great for.
That too, because if you are shy, or like I was saying, you get anxiety. There's a blogger that I knew who used to write for, she was actually contributing content to a site that I had, and she wanted to disappear because she had just personal issues with people in real life, and she just didn't want them harassing her anymore.
Yeah.
And so she was like deleting. She wanted me to delete all her content off of my site because she had her byline on there. So that's another plus. It's for people who love to write or who just want to make some money writing, um, and you're afraid to put your name out there. You don't want your name out there. Hey man, content mills are anonymous.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a plus.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah. Um. Let's see. I think
On
another plus for
oh,
me would be the fact that it's instant money. Um.
the speed at
Yeah.
which you can write and then get paid.
Yeah.
Talking about content mills
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah. Especially with well, even with some clients will pay you almost immediately too. So, um,
Hmm.
it's better in a sense that you can get cash now if you need it. Like I can't tell you the
Mm-hmm.
number of times where writing for text broker, getting paid that Friday saved my ass in terms of bills.
Yes, urgency.
Yes, I mean you get
Yeah.
the cash is coming in, bam, you get paid Friday in PayPal. I have a PayPal debit card, so it's 10 o'clock in the morning rolls around. I know the money's there. I can pay my bills. That was great.
Yeah.
When it comes to blogging, though, unless you have a large audience, you don't get that guaranteed income. And even
Right.
then, places like Amazon and Google and all these other ones, they don't pay you out as soon as something happens. Google will pay you out on the 20th of the following month.
Yeah.
So you
Once a
don't
month.
have that instant cash. And Share sells the same way, an affiliate program I use. They pay you out once a month the next month.
Amazon, same.
Yeah.
Most affiliate programs once a month.
Yeah.
Hub
So you
pages once a month.
So if you start off like the next day and you need that cash coming in, you have to wait 30 days.
Right.
So like with the content mill, bam. Private clients, for the most part, bam. So the writing for a client, um, you do have that sense of getting that instant cash. You don't have to worry about waiting on it. So that's a pro for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Most content mills I worked for wrote for. I think it was weekly. Most of them were weekly,
Mm.
or some. clients were bi-weekly, but still better than monthly.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. I think Ron had a comment in here. I missed it.
He was
Oh,
asking. Yeah. Go ahead.
Ron says, I like affiliate. Okay, we're asking, what do you guys think of blogging versus freelancing? So Ron says, I like affiliate marketing if I can ever figure out how to push traffic to my articles. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, blogging works great if you're getting traffic, but it could take time. It could take,
Years.
man, 6 to 12 months, 2 years. I had some articles that didn't get anything for like on hub pages, didn't
Yeah.
get any traffic until like 2 years later they start showing some life, and I'm like, what the
What the
fuck, man?
hell?
Thank God it was
What
evergreen
the hell?
content, but
Well,
yeah,
it's like
it can take a while.
the Buy Me a Coffee article. When I first wrote it, it took 4 months before it showed up on the top of Google.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
and
takes some
there's not
time.
tons of, and there's a lot less competition for that topic
Yeah.
compared to some of the others that you write.
Oh
And
yeah.
so even if competition isn't that strong, it can still take a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Digital Work says content mills are great if you don't like going back and forth with clients and marketing your writing services. Just write and get paid. Yeah, that's one of my pros to it is that you can crank it out. Your name's not tied to it. So even okay, here's a good one. So there's been times where I wrote an article that I thought was the dumbest piece of content ever. This is coming bad. The client's going to hate it. It's going to need revisions. This was a shit article. And not only did they accept it, they gave me a tip and gave me glowing reviews. Like, really? Are you serious? Because this was crap.
Right. Right.
So there's times where you can push out a bunch of junk and people will pay for it. And I feel bad because it definitely was not my best work, but
Yeah.
it's their dime. So
Right. Yep. The client is right. If that's what they want, that's what they get.
yeah,
That's what they'll pay for. And the same will happen too with blogging. Sometimes I'll spend all day or days on a blog post thinking this is the best thing I've ever written, and it's just
yeah,
no one, people don't react too well. And
yeah.
then something that I wrote off the top of my head in 15 minutes, and you get a ton of comments on it and a bunch of shares and feedback.
And
So
all I
it's
could
like
do is
you
think,
never know.
all I could do is think to yourself, and this is the shit you guys like.
I know, right?
Yep, there's a couple of posts on WriterSanctuary, and I'm like thinking, this was like perfect. I mean, I did everything right, and it's like it gets maybe 2 or 3 visits a month. I'm like, oh,
Mm,
really? Whatever.
right.
I'm still counting the words. Okay, so since mom's not here, I'm gonna have a duck fart. Cheers. The duck fart is Crown Royal and Bailey's Irish Cream, and you can see it's in a. I have a cool shot glass here. My mom introduced these to me. They're actually not bad. So she's not here tonight, but bottoms up.
To mom. I'm
Ooh.
looking at it. There's a delay, so I'm looking at it now.
Ugh.
Wow, that looks fun. Is that a divided shot glass?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so
Um,
it's not mixed.
you can mix them. I'm kind of fancy. I kept these. You can get these divided shot glasses from like any liquor store.
Uh-huh.
Um, they came with. I think this one had butter shots and something else in it.
Ooh.
So I kept all the glasses because they're made of sturdy plastic. I mean, they're not cheap. They're pretty pretty solid. So I thought, you know what? I need shot glasses anyway. I'm just going to keep these. So I threw them in the dishwasher.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Duck farts.
I guess she got it from a
God.
TV show. Duck Dynasty, maybe? I don't know. Both sides of my family
Huh.
are redneck, so it has no idea. um, Sam says, not right now, because, okay, so Ron was asking if they could see us on Discord. We will have to explore Discord a little bit to figure out how to get it to work right. Um, I have used it with Diana, so I know it does a very good job at video. I just don't know how it'll look on camera. So, with this being a podcast, I guess it doesn't really fucking matter what it looks like.
Right.
Um, it is, and it is income over time from Samantha. Yes, income over time is one of the pros I wanted to bring up for blogging is that you write something good that is evergreen and you can keep getting traffic to it. That one article will keep bringing in money year after year. So, and you wind up getting paid more than what a client would pay you for it. So it's kind of worth it as long as you write something that's good. Like like we were talking about earlier, I've got a ton of articles on WriterSanctuary that I thought were good that aren't so much. So
Right.
they don't make me
Well,
dick.
see, the thing though with that, and here's another benefit. Well, could be a benefit of freelancing is you get paid whether there's traffic or not.
Mm,
With blogging, it's not even, I mean, to an extent, it's about how good the article is, but the blog post, whatever you want to call it, but it's kind of not like, it really depends on if you get traffic to it or not.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
because like you can write really good stuff, and if you're not getting traffic to it, if people who, and there might be people who would love that article, who would just love the shit out of it because it might be unique, it might be something that they've never read on anyone else's blog or website before, because
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe you're just coming at it from a unique angle, something that can connect and they can relate to. But if they never see it, they never see it. So
yeah,
it's not even how good it is, but then that can kind of fuck with your head,
yeah.
because if you're not getting traffic on it, then you start to think, oh man, it was a
It must be,
shitty
yeah, it must
article.
be
It
crap.
wasn't very good. It must be
Yeah,
crap. Well, I'm not gonna write that kind. I took a chance. I'm not gonna write that kind of stuff anymore. So it's like, yeah,
yeah. When it comes to shit like that, your mind will do the most damage to you.
yeah,
I, I think than any client will ever do. At least it is in my case. And I know a lot of writers on Twitter that suffer through imposter syndrome as well. How they don't feel like they're good enough to publish, and so it's not a unique problem. It seems like a lot of creators face that. I don't think I'm good enough. I don't deserve my traffic. There's times where I'm looking at my subscriber count thinking, why the hell are all these people subscribing to me? You know? So,
right.
and then I get the comments where someone says, "This is exactly what I'm looking for. Thank you for the help with text broker." That one guy, I don't remember if it was a live stream or on a video where he says that I helped him pull. He was having a hard time making ends meet, and with the help that I gave him through my text broker videos, that he was able to pay off his debts and stuff and get his family back on track.
Yeah,
Was that
yeah.
that was during the live stream,
That was
right?
just a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
I forget if it was Monday or Friday.
I think it had to have been Friday. Except
I'm,
I swear you were there.
but
I?
yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, so that right there, it it makes me feel good, and
Mm,
so that's why I do what I do. But there's a lot of creators out there that have such a hard time getting to that point, and your
yeah.
mind can do way more damage to your career than you'll ever think about. So
And there you go. If for people who are on the fence, should I go with blogging? Should I go with freelance writing? If you don't have thick skin, if you maybe feel struggle with some insecurities,
yeah,
and you're not like fully committed, and you don't have a lot of self-discipline or whatever. Sorry, I'm getting notifications here.
yeah,
Yeah, if you struggle with with that, you know, it'll be really easy for you to get derailed, if you go with blogging. If you go with blogging, it could take a year or more before anyone starts showing up, or if before you start getting the validation in terms of traffic, earnings,
mhm,
right? So you might be judging yourself, thinking, "Oh well, nobody likes it. I must not be very good, or
yeah,
whatever." So yeah, you've got to. God damn! How do I turn this shit off? God! Oh, it's a group chat. Shit. Are you hearing it? Or is it?
No,
Is it?
that's all you.
Oh my God. Okay, I have to just pretend it's not there. Oh God!
At least it's
It's
not
like,
dinging in our ears.
damn it! I lost it. I forgot what I was saying. Go
Oh, see,
ahead.
that would have been a
Damn it!
great clip.
Shit! How do I turn this shit off?
So, while Chris is fixing his screen,
God.
Aurora Consulting says that's so great. It is. It's like there's times where you can ask Sam. There's times where I'm thinking, you know what, I should be just be done. I push myself way too hard, and I'm thinking, I'm never gonna be at a certain level, and then I get those kind of comments, or a client that really loves, like, Anna praises what I do all the time, and so it's that kind of stuff that builds up your self-esteem and your confidence to where you can keep pushing through, and that's what you got to focus on. Don't worry about the trolls. Fuck them. um, you can't please 100% of the people 100% of the time. It's impossible. So
Right.
focus on your target audience, not what everybody else worries about.
Yeah. There you go.
I went off on a little bit of a tangent. Did you remember what you're talking about?
No, not
Nope.
at all.
Not a clue.
There's still
Derailed by
things
your
coming
group
in.
chat.
I still got shit coming in the chat. Damn it.
Nice. Well,
God,
anyway,
another
so let's see. How many pros have we gone over? Have we gone over quite a few pros?
one. What? Oh, shut. I got. I'm not gonna look at that. I'm like, what now?
How many
What?
pros? How many pros have we gone over?
Of pros of what? Which
Blogging,
one?
freelancing,
Blogging.
which is better?
You
Yeah,
know, I think we've covered a lot of
pros.
things in favor of content mill freelancing. Let's talk about some of
Blogging.
the. Let's take the other side. Let's boost up. Let's praise blogging and all the awesome
Okay.
stuff about
Off the
blogging.
top of my head, you own 100% of the content and your website.
Yes,
You can
control.
you can talk about, well, if you get a like, I use self-hosting with WordPress. Now if you use a free platform, you're kind of restricted, or you have to follow certain rules. You can't monetize every way you want. But if you self-host with WordPress like I do, you can write about whatever the hell you want, as long as you have an audience that wants to consume it. There is no failure. So yeah, that's my biggest pro, is that you own 100% of all of your website and your content.
Okay, yeah, you get total freedom over the content that you can write. You also don't have to worry about it going down or them changing their terms of service and deciding that now we're not going to pay you guys anymore. So you have flexibility in terms of payment options, monetization options.
Yeah,
You
flexibility.
can, like a lot of platforms out there that you could write for, you can't do affiliate links in there. You can't do any of that. If you're writing for a client, you get paid once and that's it, and
Yeah,
which is great. But you don't get any later what do you call it, recurring income possibilities.
residual.
Residual. That's
Yeah,
to me that's the biggest pro of blogging over freelancing, is that it's passive income
yeah,
versus active income. It's residual, at least potential for ongoing income. And to me, that, I mean, it's leverage. It's like if you want to get out of, if you want to get, uh, well, if you want to have financial independence, get to the point where you can work if you wanna, but you don't have to, or you can take time off whenever you want, and it's not gonna screw up
oh yeah,
your bills and all that. Like that's where passive income comes, unless you do so well with freelancing that and you're really disciplined and you save up a lot of money, and so you can write it out, where you have times where there's not a lot of work going and you could take time off. Great,
Yeah.
but I mean, as far as the lifestyle that I want to have, which is nothing flashy, but it's just like I don't want to have the pressure of having to work, and
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
So for
that's
me, yeah, the passive income, man, that's the biggest pro for blogging is the
yeah.
potential income on there.
It's like I brought up earlier, that one article I have about Buy Me a Coffee that will continuously generate income as long as I keep it in the top 10. So, like all my blog posts will act technically. So, as long as you can target a good audience and you have some great content that people want to consume, um,
Uh huh.
you could take an entire month off if you want. And you still have that income coming in. Like if you have affiliate links, you can still generate income from a really good article. So, yeah, you can spend, well, it's like some of those guys say, work for 4 hours a week and become rich. Well, yeah, if you spend the next 2 years spending 16 hours a day making sure your website can get to that point.
Something like that. Yep. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, when I had my, at one point I had, I don't know, well, I've had over 20 sites over the years, but I think at one point I had about half a dozen that were active
Yeah.
at one time. And even on the months that it was down, I mean, I'd make 300 a
Yeah.
month, sometimes 600 on the better months. And it's like even after I hadn't written anything for a year on those
Yeah.
sites, and I was still making hundreds of bucks a month. And it's like, man,
See if
I
you
think back and I'm just like, ah, if I
see.
could get back up to that point and just
Yeah.
scale it up,
Yeah.
okay, why not have 10 sites like this or 20 or just put more content on the sites that are doing good, which is what I was
Yeah.
starting to do. And then anyway,
Yeah.
residual income. Sorry, man. I just love that shit. I could talk about passive income all day long, man.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. If you can get to a certain point, it's worth it. But it takes a lot of work to get to that point. A lot of
Yeah.
competition you have to overpass. And
Yeah.
you got to know your audience. Um,
And you got to be patient. You got to be consistent. That's the hardest part is
yeah.
to keep putting out the content week after week, even when you're not seeing the results. And it's like if you if you're focused on that, and if your focus is all on the money, well, it's not so much that focusing on money is bad. It's just that if you have that short term perspective, you don't have the long term perspective, and you don't have the discipline and the patience and the confidence, because I, you're screwed. You won't
Yeah.
keep putting in the work to get to the point where it starts to build momentum. Like, oh man, I remember I can't tell how many things I started over the years that didn't pan out fast enough, and then you start to have all the self doubt. Oh, is this really working? Is this is this a scam? Is it a
Yep.
ripoff? Is it real? Is this passive income just a bunch of bullshit? Is blogging dead?
I
Oh
wrote an article about
God,
that.
is blogging dead every fucking year since I started in 2012? Even when I started blogging, they were saying blogging is dead. Oh
Yeah.
God. Blogging's not dead. It's
Nope.
not dying anytime soon. As long as people write words, blogging, there will be an audience. There will be
Well,
ways to make money with blogging.
how do you think? Let's see. Google, Alexa, Siri, all of them, all of the answers you ever, any question you ask one of those platforms, voice search, they're pulling it from a blog. Blogging is not dead. You just have to adapt. And that means you have to start writing more for voice search or mobile devices, understanding your target audience, knowing what search intent is, keeping an eye on the algorithm of what Google's doing, stuff like that. Blogging is not dead. You just have to adapt. So there's my 2 cents.
All right. Let's see. Let's go to the chat.
uh,
Who do we miss here?
Digital
Where do we
works.
leave off? Digital works. What's the average written words per day as a ghostwriter, you think? Go ahead.
For me or for Chris?
Okay, well,
Because that's a
let,
whole
let,
different story.
we have to ask a follow-up question here. Digital works. Uh, what's the goal?
Yeah.
Like if you want to be full time, make a living kind of thing, pay your bills as a ghostwriter. Um, Average written words per day. Well, let me see. And it depends on the platform, the clients, all of that,
Yeah.
the pay rate. When my best days on Text Broker, um, I was in the 8,100 words range in a day, making a little over $100. That was writing a combination of open orders as a 4-star writer and uh, team orders.
Mm.
So for me, $100 a day, 8,000 words. How about you, Michael?
That's about what I was doing. It depends on what was going on that day. Like we discussed last time, where around Monday, where I was like, when I first started writing, you're at home, and so everybody thinks they can ask you for shit while you're home because you're home. You must have time to go shopping. You must have time to bring me lunch. You must have time to do this and that. I'm like, I'm trying to work a job. People, leave me the fuck alone.
Right.
So, but my goal, my ultimate goal was at my peak was 10,000 words a day, but I averaged between 6 and 7 for about, fuck, I don't know, like 5 years straight. So that was my, um, like right now, my goal for 2021 is to write 1 million words. Back in the day, I could easily crank out two. So, like
Yeah.
Chris said, it really comes down to if you're trying to make it a full time job and how many jobs are available, what platform you're using. This was using Textbook or Fiverr and Writer Access at the same time. So I'd jump back and forth on who had the most work. And so, yeah, I'd be backing out a lot of content every day.
Right.
So when it
Oh
comes
shit.
to the average, though, I don't know. That's it. Everybody's different. It's really hard to say what the best average is because I know people that'll do 500 words a day, or people like Chris and I will do 8,000 plus. So it really comes down to goals, really.
And if you're starting out, who is it? Digital Works.
Yeah,
If you're just starting out writing, I'll say this every stinking time that comes up. Writing is a skill. Um, Depending on how you did back in school, you might jump into it and do pretty well from day one. If not, it might take you a while to kind of build up your speed. Um, like from and I actually did pretty well in school. I wasn't a writer. I wasn't into writing.
yeah,
I didn't enjoy writing though. But I realized looking back that I actually learned a lot and I did okay in terms of spelling, grammar, that kind of stuff.
yeah.
So that helped me to um, ramp up my earnings a little bit faster. At least I was able to make a 4-star on TextBroker um, pretty easily. I didn't start out there, but I got to that level pretty quickly. Also, I had experience in college writing for my college newspaper, so that
Nice.
also gave me a little bit of a boost. So, but if you're coming at writing day one and you get in and you're a 2-star or a 3-star, it could take a while to build up. Like
Oh, yeah.
try not to get too discouraged if your first 5, 10 articles feels like pulling teeth. That it's just painful and it's a slow process to try and get like when I first started, it would take me all day to write a little 500-word article. But 100 articles later, I
Yeah.
was getting them done in 20, 30 minutes, sometimes 10, 15 minutes,
Just
but
depends
it's a
on,
skill. It takes time
yeah, it's all
to build
about
up.
building momentum.
Yeah.
Like when, so I say that I was doing 8 to 10,000 a day. I didn't start off at 8 to 10,000 a day.
No, me
I
neither.
think my first payout from Textbooker was $25.
Yeah.
So that was 2,500 words for the entire week.
Yeah.
So, so it,
And those are my best days,
yeah.
2,000.
So, um, don't compare your experience with ours because, especially with mine, I have more than 5,500 articles done in Textbooker alone. That's not including Writer Access, Fiverr, Green Geeks, any of the private clients I've written for, all of my blog posts. I have done more than 10,000 pieces of content for thousands of clients across the globe. So that is a completely different story than if you're trying to just start from scratch.
Yeah.
Don't compare yourself to me. Work on improving your ability. What I did was I started off with, I want to see if I can write 1,000 words a day. So I would work to hit 1,000 words, and then I would increase it as I went. So every week I would try to write more and more and more. And so you really can't pit your experience with ours because we've had experience with Text Broker. We know how to crank it out. It's it took me anyway a year and a half to hit 4 stars. So it wasn't an overnight fix. You have to work at it. So if you're thinking 2,500 words a day so you won't get burned out, that's good if that's where you're at. But don't be afraid to see if you can write 2,501 tomorrow. Always work for self improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like Digital was saying, yeah, you were thinking of 2,500 words a day so you don't get burned out. Oh, I'm trying real hard not to derail this video because we're finally staying on topic.
I was gonna say, I
Yeah,
did 2,500 words this morning.
I I know a thing or two about burnout.
Oh yes, yes
Yeah.
you do. Tear it up,
Holy
Chris.
shit. So yeah, if 2,500 words is where you're at, just start there and just go with it. And try it for a month, try it for 2 months, see how it goes. I mean, and if you on days that you feel like you can ramp it up a little bit, ramp it up, push
Yeah,
yourself a little bit. On days that you feel like you got to back off, then back off.
yep.
You know, yeah, definitely avoid burn. Actually, burnout is probably a good. No, it's not a good topic. Did we? Seems like we talk about burnout every time I open my mouth
I
on
think we
this
did.
podcast.
I think episode 2 was burnout. Oh no,
Whether
it
that was
was
a topic or not.
episode. Yeah, it was. It was either episode 2 or 3. It was we started off on burnout, but I don't think we ever covered it.
Oh God. All right.
Yeah, like Sam says, I
Where
think
are we at?
tonight.
Let's.
Sam.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, I think tonight is your guys' most on-topic podcast. I think
Oh,
so.
that's because only one of us is drinking, and Angela's not here. So,
All right.
or not Angela. Angela tries to keep me on topic. Patrick is the one that derailed us last time.
Was it Patrick?
It was a
Nah,
mixture of Patrick, Clinton,
my
mom.
bro, my cuz. Well, anyway. Well, okay. So
Very
let's keep it rolling here. We're talking about pros of blogging. What else we got?
well. I would just want to address Digital Works real quick. It says very good
Oh yeah.
advice, guys.
Sorry.
Thanks. You are very welcome, Digital. That's why we're here. I am all about helping people. That's why I created WriterSanctuary to begin with. So yeah. Anyway, okay. So we did pros on what?
Oh wait, actually, yeah. Since we got Digital Works here in the
Okay.
chat, so DW, can I call you? So what kind of writing are you doing? Like I mean
What
if
is?
you want to share a little bit in the chat, you don't have to, but if you want to, like where are you at? Like what's your experience so far with blogging, with freelance writing? What are what are you trying to get into on that? Go
Yeah.
ahead and let us know. Maybe we can address that more.
How far are your goals if you want to take it? Like, my favorite story about how I started, in fact, I mention it in the book that I'm writing, is how my so called best friend, that's a long story, but let's share another time,
I
was
know this story.
he wanted to, um, it was shortly after the computer center's major client went out of business, so we lost 83% of income overnight. He was stressed out. He wanted to try something new. He came across Broker. So he decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot. And he wrote an article. And at that point, The entry for Textbooker, I guess, seemed a lot easier because it sounds like people are having more of a more difficult time nowadays than when I first started. So when he wrote his article, they rated him as a 3 star, and he was so pissed. I mean, he was screaming in my basement about how it's bullshit and that he's a much better writer than this, and this is crap. And I mean, he just went off. I'm like, dude, you could give yourself a heart attack. So, um, him and my ex moved, not Sam, but my first ex, moved to Utah, abandoned me. I had to shut down the computer center. That's in the book too. I decided on January 1st of 2012 to give it a shot. So I thought, you know what, fuck it, let's give it. Let's see what it's all about. I'm not the type of person that's going to. I take what somebody's experience about something is as a guide, but not as a justification. So, like he said, it was shit. I'm not going to put all my faith in what he said, so I'm going to give it a shot. They rated me as a 3 star. I know that I had no clue what I was doing as a writer, especially for AP style English, which is what Textbroker wanted. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make this work. I'm going to do what I can to be the best damn writer possible. And so that's the attitude I took towards it, and I became quite the success at it. So that's my whole point, is that it really depends on how much effort you decide to put into it. Is this something that you want to do on the side just to pay some bills or put gas in the car or buy a pack of cigarettes or drink a beer? Or is this something you want to use to buy a house? So I made that distinction. I said, fuck it, I'm going to go for gold. And I did. And I was very good at what I did. So you've got to decide, is this going to be a part-time thing, or do you want it to keep leading to something better? Because stuff like Textbroker and content mills are a great place to start, but they're not the end game. For some people, I do have a viewer. I haven't seen her for a while. She said that she only got into Textbrokers because she wanted just a little bit of cash extra every week. She wanted to spend more time or spend more money on the weekends with whatever she made. And that's fine. She was
Yeah.
completely happy with doing content mail. She had no interest in finding private clients. She had a full time job already. She just wanted a little bit of extra income. That's great. But if you want to make writing your career, you got to expand. And it all really depends on what you want out of the experience. Mic drop. Boom.
I was just waiting for the mic drop. Go ahead.
Let's see. Well, I was done.
Oh no, you go
Not
ahead to the
only
chat.
goals but ability. Yes. That's another good one. Oh, so I don't want to I try not to discourage people that really want to try writing, but there are some people that really shouldn't. And I'm not trying to be rude, but like there's been a few interactions I've had with people where clearly they are not writers and they're just trying to get into it for a side gig, and they really shouldn't. So if you want to be a writer, you got to build that ability, but there's some people that have absolutely no interest in doing that. And so I'm like, God, you're giving the rest of us writers a bad name. I try not to be a dick about it, so I'm more of um uh what's the term? I'm more, I don't want to say political, more
Diplomatic
diplomatic. There you go. I've been drinking Pakel.
writer.
Yep. I grammar properly.
I grammar.
So I'm more
I
diplomatic
grammar
about
that
it,
shit up. Uh
but
huh.
there's some people that clearly don't have the ability. And also, I came across somebody in Twitter recently who um, has an ultra thin skin. She was on the verge of tears from just interacting with some clients. I'm like, that you've got to get rid of. If you want to be a writer and you want to deal with clients, you're going to have to check your feelings at the door, because you're not going to please 100% of the people 100% of the time. Impossible. So I tried to say that as nice as I could to her and try to like give her some hope, but to let her know that that's something you're going to have to work on if you want to be serious about this.
Yeah. And that's freelancing or blogging,
Yeah.
because it's like, and because I mean, I've had some bad clients, but not too many. But even the worst clients are nothing compared to the worst people on the internet. If you're going to
Oh
be a
yeah.
blogger
Yeah.
or a YouTuber or something like that, like
People suck.
people will trash you. And there were
Oh yeah.
people who, like, their purpose in life is to follow you and never give you room to breathe. They
No,
will just harass you online like
for
it's
the
their calling in life, like they think they're doing the world a favor
trolling you.
by trolling you or something. So yeah, either way, you got to have thick skin a bit.
No, yeah. Let's see. I write a lot of sales copy, so I guess it's considered copywriting. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I also have to add it to the website for the client. Well, actually, I would take that if they're using a content mill or not content mill. If they're using a content management system like WordPress, add that to your resume. Um, WordPress runs 40% of the internet, and that's the entire internet. That's crazy, right?
Mm.
So anything you have that can reflect WordPress, add it to your resume, even if it's just posting content. Get that in there because people will look at it. Mike talks about buying a house in recent terms, but even when he was doing text broker, he was making enough to pay all our bills. Yeah, actually, I was able to bring in quite a bit of money when I was doing text broker. It's like I bring that up is that buying the house, um, even if Dan was to die tomorrow, which God forbid he doesn't, but he's like getting up there in years and he's not in the best of shape in the world. I can afford uh, everything in the house without him. I would have to drop half my blogs and most of the YouTube channel stuff. I would still be able to do my live streams and Friday's podcast, but I would have to drop like anything else in the middle of the week so I can go back to writing. But as it stands right now, like if, say, he died tomorrow, I still bring in enough to pay for everything. And so, and all of that came from starting off with content mills and building momentum. So,
Yeah.
but even like Sam said, when I was back in Sterling, I quit writing or I quit my job at the school district because I was making 2 to 3 times more what they were paying me. So that's even when Sam kept telling me to come bring her lunch and go shopping and shit. Happy time. Anyway, but yeah, you can make quite a bit of money on content mills. I find it difficult being a generalist, meaning being able to write about anything I need to niche down. And that, um, that I would have to say is personal preference. I know that there's a lot of freelance writers on YouTube that want you to niche down, and they say that you can make more money that way, and in some cases you can. I became a generalist because I wanted to expand what I could do in text broker. So when I first started text broker, I wrote in computers, networking, and technology because that's what the computer center was, my business that I had to shut down. So I focused on those for about, I don't know, maybe a month or two. And then I found that there was far more work in all the other areas. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. So I tried, and it turns out that I had quite the knack for business, marketing, home improvement, travel, and miscellaneous, I think it was, that I wound up doing the most money in. So I started becoming a generalist because I didn't want to be tied down to one niche and I wanted to be able to write anything I wanted. And I'm really good at that. There's one thing I excel at that I will always pride myself on is research. I can research any topic and make it sound like it came from an expert. That's why I was so good at text broker, is because I was able to do that. not everybody can. That doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It's whatever works best for you. If you're able to niche down and you're able to sustain it, then yeah, follow your heart, man.
So digital works. It sounds like I just went back up and looked at your previous comments. So right now you're doing copywriting for a client of your own, and like you mentioned, you're putting the content up on their site for them in the going in the back end. So cool. You're probably making more per word than you would at content mills like Text Broker, I'm guessing,
For
by
the
doing it that way.
yeah,
And so, like you mentioned in a previous comment, you're thinking 2,500 words a day so you don't get burned out. And with copywriting for private clients, I'm assuming you could probably pay your bills with 2,500 a
oh
word, or at
yeah,
least pretty close to it. Um, yes, that's a good way to go. But like you mentioned in another comment higher up, it sounds like it is a little frustrating going back and forth with clients, also marketing your services, and also
mm,
what happens when your main client disappears and you're like, oh shit,
yeah,
now what do I do?
yeah.
And so what Michael was, so yeah, you're talking about niching down versus being a generalist. So it sounds like you're kind of stuck on the fence a little bit between um, do I want to go all in on content mills versus do I want to go all in with private clients? So if you're going to go with the private clients, yeah, all those YouTubers out there, they say you should niche down and you'll make more money. I agree with them. I think they're totally right. If you're going with private clients, you can then market yourself as a specialist, and private clients are going to pay 5, 10 cents a word, 20,
Yeah.
30, 50 cents, a dollar a word and up. They're not going to do that for a generalist who writes their content mills. Well,
I'd have to
for the most
disagree.
part, they will prefer someone who's a specialist, but and who presents himself as a specialist. But yeah, if you want to skip all of the back and forth with clients and you just want to write, if you just want to write, then Content Mills is a good way to go. But you're going to have a tough time niching down writing for Content Mills. Like Michael
And
said,
yeah, and making the money.
you're going to, if you're going to go the Content Mill route, you're going to have to learn how to adapt. And see, here's the thing too. Most, uh, in my experience, most of the clients at Content Mills um, aren't super picky about
Yeah.
having in-depth expert content. I mean, they want that, they would love that, and the if you can provide that, great. But I mean, when you have clients that just give you a keyword and they want 500 words, they just want 500 words.
Yeah.
you know, they and so being a generalist might not be as hard as you think it is. It feels hard at first. I remember my early days going through text brokers, open orders, the boards, they have all the different
Yeah.
topics that you can write about and the work available. And I remember thinking, wow, I can't write about this. I don't know anything about this. I can't write about that topic. I can't write about, dude, I wrote articles about fucking boiler room plates and I don't even know what the fuck I wrote. Like, I researched it, I put it into my own words, I cited my sources, and I submitted the damn thing. And I thought, that's going to get rejected. Nope.
Nope.
They bought it. They gave me freaking, 4-star, 5-star reviews on it. Like, you'd be surprised, you know.
Yeah.
So, so don't freak out about being a generalist, and don't freak out about, oh, what if the client doesn't like it? If they don't like it, they'll ask you to do a revision. Okay. If they do like it, which more often than not they will, I mean, if your writing is decent, and I think if you've got a client already, a private client who's paying you for copywriting, I assume your writing is up to snuff. Yeah, don't be afraid to give it a shot. Um, just just
Yeah.
try writing, a bunch of different topics. Like, actually, even give yourself a challenge. Like, this month I'm gonna try writing 10 articles in 10 different categories,
Yeah.
or something. Just have a little fun with it. But It's not as bad as you think. Being a
Yeah,
generalist, it's not as hard as you think, and that is the way to go at content mills,
yeah.
I think.
See, and I could attest to that. Like right now, I need another writer, but I need somebody who specializes in WordPress. So, from the private client perspective, I can see how having a specialist is beneficial. But like I said, I'm good at everything. My self confidence is not that low. Well, it depends. I am. I have a bit of an ego when it comes to my writing ability. I know I'm a badass, but when it comes to like doing the YouTube channel or doing blogs or anything else that has or being creative, like I'm really still intimidated about finishing seven and publishing more stuff on Wattpad because that's different. Um, the confidence that I feel for freelance writing spawns from having done 10,000 articles across the globe and making tens of thousands of dollars with my content. That's that's verification to me that I know what I'm doing. But when it comes to my creative stuff, that's a whole different ballgame. Um, I'm really intimidated and shy about publishing some of that, and so I can feel where you're saying your self confidence is still pretty low because uh, in some degrees mine is too. So you just gotta get past that. That was kind of off on a tangent.
No, 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 it wasn't at all.
But
No,
there's times where I sound like I come off cocky, huh?
no, it
Arrogant.
depends. Well, see, I know you and I know your background, so I'm like,
Yeah.
no, that's accurate. That's not. I don't think it's cocky. I mean, I think it's legit. But yeah, you know, regardless of whether someone wants to get into freelancing or blogging or anything, confidence is you're going to need to have some confidence because you're going to put
Yeah.
yourself out there. I mean, it takes guts to hit that publish button on a on your blog or
Oh,
to
yeah.
hit that submit button, to on a content mill or to a client. Um,
Yeah.
and when your confidence is down, um, you won't be hitting that button
Yeah.
too much. When you're
Well,
burned out and you're full of self-doubt, or if and you've got people out there who are going to criticize what you write, sometimes you end up not writing,
yeah.
and then you're a writer who doesn't write, and then
Oh,
you're on a podcast, and
about writing.
next thing you know, what do you know? Uh, well, uh,
See, it's my ulterior motive to inspire Chris to write more on his blog by making him do the podcast every Friday.
it's not working, but keep trying.
Right? This is episode 4. Technically we've had 6.
Right?
At least you're reshoring your shit now.
Oh God.
That is why I make Mike edit and publish anything I write. Yeah. Sam's not like expert writer either, but she at least tries, and she's worried about it. And actually, she's not that bad of a writer. Um, she has the same problem I did when you first start. Yeah, you're going to have things that you're going to have to work on. You have to smooth out the rough edges. Every writer has. So once I smooth out her rough edges, she might turn into a decent writer. I have a writer right now who's on my one of my teams for my client that he was on the verge of being fired. They didn't want him anymore. They were getting ready to get rid of him, but the owner is a softie and said, "You know what? Let's give him something else to do." So we gave him some other type of blog post to write aside from the tutorials and all that because he just wasn't getting it. And I took that boy and turned him into one of my best writers. So you don't um, that self confidence part. It'll come. You just got to keep working at
Yeah, and the best way to build self-confidence is to actually do it,
it. Oh yeah,
because then it's like you can look back and say, okay, well that's why. Yeah, I am a writer. I wrote
yeah,
800 something articles for Text Broker and 100 for for this guy and 300 for my blogs and niche sites. And so I've done over 1,000, 1,500
Yeah.
blogs and articles. And so, yeah, I'm a writer. So fuck those guys who
Yeah.
don't like what I write. Oh, well.
And you know what helps me out, digital, is when you start doing your own blogs and you start and you're able to put your name to the content you create. After about a year, Google your name. Oh, I tell you, it's a boost. When you start seeing your name appear in search and you start seeing yourself on all these other different blogs and how you feel pride in it because you're like, God, I am a badass. You Google my name, I'm all over the internet. I tell you, it's I'm on. Let's see, I'm on. Well, obviously, WriterSanctuary, Crossing Colorado, Colorado Plays, Practically Living Green, Green Geeks. I think there's a couple of guest posts that I'm on as well. I mean, there's like a slew. I'm everywhere, and I love it. It's a confidence booster. So start getting your name tied to stuff, and Google your name after about a year, and you'll it's night and day. I'm it's pride. I'm not a narcissist, but it's a nice feeling to know that I came so far and have built so much out of this. So try that. I'm telling you, it's a confidence booster. Okay, guys, no judging my pajamas again. I promise I will start remembering to plug in my phone before the podcast from now on. Oh, which means she's about to come into the video wearing pajamas. That's okay. Just edit this part out.
We'll edit that out. No, we won't.
There's nothing wrong with your pajamas. Nobody can see. You're like way off camera anyway. Anyway.
Hi, Sam.
Yeah, Chris says hi.
Nice jammy jams. I can't see. I can't see him yet. You're not on camera. It's lagging.
Yeah, but
for
I'm
me.
not way off camera. I'm like right on the edge, so it shows my
Nope.
ass when I bend over.
Okay, does it really? You're not even on camera. You avoided camera altogether.
Oh, good. Okay.
She's all worried that everybody's going to see her ass. Whatever. Get out.
I didn't get on camera anyway.
Okay, now you're on camera.
No, I'm on camera. I just wanted to pet Mary.
Try to get her. You ought to take her with you and try to get her to eat.
I don't want to mess with her. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to bed.
Okay. Anywho, yeah. So I think we covered quite a bit tonight, actually, for the first time ever.
Yeah, right.
I don't think we ever went across any cons, though, did we? We kind of touched
well,
a
I
few
mean,
of them, I
it's
guess.
sometimes when you talk about the pros of one, it's automatically the cons of the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't. Well, let's see. Okay, real quick. Cons of freelance writing. Well, okay, if you're going for private clients, like Digital Works was saying, you got to actually market yourself and go hustle up those clients, and you got to do cold calling or cold emailing or something like that to try and attract these clients.
Mm.
If you've got anxiety and thick,
Thin skin.
whatever, thin skin, thin skin.
Whatever.
If you've got self-confidence issues, anxiety issues, whatever,
Yeah.
then that's already off the table. So
Yeah.
so screw that. I guess you've got maybe content mills. I talked about that in my video, which I deleted years ago, is that one of the reasons I write for content mills is because all I do is write. And I don't even have to talk to anyone if I don't want to. And even if they talk to me, I don't have to even talk back. And if they never give me more work again, that's okay, because there's a million other clients on content mills that I can write for. So
Right.
there you go. So if you got anxiety issues, okay, content mills are okay.
See?
Um,
And just to interject here, that if Chris actually
uh,
kept his videos on his channel, I could have added a card to link to his video.
oh God.
But no, somebody
Yeah.
deleted their entire library.
What's up with that guy? Okay, cons of blogging. It takes forever sometimes to
Yes.
get traffic and start making any money. Even if, well, even if you're really good at what you do, like Michael's really good at SEO. That's pretty much what he does, kind of for a living, with it, with creating content and editing and all this stuff. So he's like, he gets his content, he can get content to rank, but even then, it can take
Oh,
months
yeah.
before it starts to get any traction. So that's one of the cons. Like we talked about urgency and speed uh,
Yeah.
today. If you got bills to pay like next week, next month, then you're going to have to go with active. Passive income is going to take a while to build up. So you got to focus more on active income. So that means freelance writing. But if you're going for private clients, that can take a while to land some clients, get some work going, learn how to do contracts and all that shit. So you might go with content mills.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, blogging is going to take a while. If you need money now, blogging is not
Definitely
the
it's
way
a
to
long
go.
game. Yeah. Blogging is the long game.
Let's see, what's some other cons here?
Let's see. Digital Work says good advice. I know a lot of writers use alias names or pen names. I was thinking about using a pen name at one point, but I like searching for myself. You know, and like
I'm sorry, I I'm
doesn't
sorry.
that sound narcissistic?
I'm gonna quote that. I'm gonna pull that one out. I like searching for myself.
What it is that like what, oh, you know what, like everybody's all, how can you dox yourself? Like when people dox people on the internet or on Twitter, I'm like, do you know what? Back in my day, doxing was the white pages. So
Right.
I don't, so there's a whole different mentality when it comes to stuff like that from Generation X because we grew up with it. You could look through the white pages and find the home address of a girl you had a crush on in high school, and then wind up sitting across the street staring at her house for hours on end without her knowing.
That's a little too much information, Michael.
Theoretically. So anyway, I like searching for myself. But you know, if you want to use a pen name, I know a lot of people that do. In fact, I specifically know somebody on Twitter that I interact with on a daily basis. She uses a pen name. I have no idea what her real name is, but we chat and share pictures. Or, in fact, I kind of was trying to get a virtual date out of her last in December at Christmas. So this is someone I'm fairly close to, and I still don't know what her name is.
That's kind of funny. Yeah,
Right?
girl I went to high school with. Won't say what her real name is, but well, I won't say what her pen name is either. But anyway, she uses pen name, and she's even changed her pen name. But she made a career writing novels and stuff. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. If for whatever reason, if you don't want to put yourself out there, yeah, you can try. You can do a pen name, and then you can go with that.
See, there's been a few times where I'm thinking maybe I should have done that with WriterSanctuary and with MichaelBrockbank.com. Is that, yeah, I don't really care about know what, like if people show up to my door, I give zero fucks. What I do care about though is that a lot of the information that's on the internet right now is of my old address, which my daughters are at, and that kind of freaks me out
Oh. Hmm.
because I am not there anymore. And so if people start fucking with that house, then I'm gonna wind up cutting some throats. You don't mess with my kids. I tell you, I will kill you dead.
Arr.
Arr, I will kill
We'll
you.
feed you to the
Arr.
sharks. You
Oh, you have
land
no
lubber.
idea. I will definitely kill all you. No amount of
Casey kicks
clapping.
butt. Yes.
Hey,
Yes, you do
at the
join
best
live
moments.
stream at the best moments. Arr. Where have you been
Yeah.
all night?
No amount of clapping will bring her back from all, said Joe. Hook reference. Oh. Anywho, we were talking about what? cons. Yeah.
Oh, cons, yeah. Cons. Go for it.
Let's see. Like, I think you already covered the major con, especially with blogs, is that yeah, you can make bank, but it's going to take a lot of work to get to that point. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. So if you, like you said, if you have bills that need paid, blogging is more something you want to do the long term. Because I know there's lots of people out there that make tens of thousands of dollars a month, but it wasn't something they did immediately. So
Right.
you've got to remember you're going to be investing some time. I think those are like the biggest cons, really. I wrote an article a while ago about separating the ghostwriter from the creator. I wanted something with my name on it. Like, that's why I started writing on Wattpad, is because I wanted something that was mine. As a ghostwriter, you're selling it to somebody else. Nobody knows you wrote it. I've created some of my best shit as a ghostwriter, and I can't really point to it because it's not mine anymore. And so, there's times where you want that. It's not justification, but that acknowledgement that you created something that amazing. And so that's why I'm like, I started leaning away from being a ghostwriter at that point. In fact, it was about 5 months later when I started doing more work with private clients so that my name can still be tied to stuff. And I started doing less and less with Text Broker because I wanted that recognition. I wanted people to know that I'm the one who created it. I didn't want, I don't care if I would love to have Stephen King's popularity, but you can't compare yourself to a master. So, but I would love to see my name on the spine of a book, or walk through Walmart and have somebody want me to autograph a book. That would just tickle me pink. That's not going to happen, but it would still tickle me pink.
Sure, I'll autograph your book. Okay. I just had you know what? And that would be totally not out of place at Walmart at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Right? Hey, it's a Walmart, right? Some weird random ass person with your book in their hand. Will you autograph this for me? And she's carrying like a can of cat food and curlers in her hair.
Michael with an eye patch walking through Walmart.
Or maybe that would
leg and a hook.
That would fit in fine with Walmart.
That would not out of place. All right. So another con that I've heard every year that I can think of, from more times that I can count, more aspiring bloggers than I can think of. This con of blogging is, but it costs a lot of money for a domain and hosting.
Oh, wrong.
Think of that.
Wrong. That is, and I come across these blog posts all the time where they say that you need to spend like $5,000 a year on blogging. Fuck that. No, you don't. Where the hell do these people get these freaking numbers from? You know how much it costs me for 5 fucking blogs every 3 years? $293. That's it. That covers unlimited hosting and all the fucking domains. So don't tell me that I need to spend more than $5,000 to create some websites, because you don't. Anyway.
Sam, got the timestamp.
I hate it when people do that shit. Okay, so what it is that a lot of these experts, what they do is that they say, okay, well, you have to buy your hosting and you have to buy your domain. But then they go into the cost of hiring other writers. At that point, you're no longer a blogger, you're an entrepreneur. And we've discussed this before, which is why I hate income school. So you'll outsource your blogging, which is going to cost you at least $1,000 a month. I can see that easy. From the client side, I have spent more than that on my writers. Then you have to spend, like if you wanted to put $500 a month into your marketing, which if you have an e-commerce site or if you have something you're trying to sell, like a digital ebook or something like, then yeah, I can see that happening. But for a simple blog, no, you're not going to spend $500 a month in marketing. God, what are some other costs? I mean, this one blog post I came across, I assigned it to one of my writers 2 days ago, and it pissed me off. Like I was on the verge of throwing shit. I was that mad. Like, no, it costs, if you were to go to, here's a plug, if you were to go to greengeeks.com right now and get a blog and pay for 3 years in advance, it costs you $2.95 a month. And we give you a free domain for the first year. Domain names, $15, $16, $17 a year, depending on your extension or depending on the TLD that you want. Top level domain. .com, .net, .us, .biz, whatever. Depending on that, that's how much you're going to spend. Still less than $20 a year for that domain. Now, if you're able to put in all the effort you need to make content, you can make that up inside the first 6 months. It's going to take a lot of work though. I mean, you got to pump out some awesome content people want to read, click on some ads, get some affiliates going on, create an ebook and sell it digitally like that, like I'm about to do with mine. There's all kinds of ways you can monetize your blog, but you don't need to spend $5,000 a month or a year or even 10 years. God, I just want to, like, I was this close. You can't see me on the podcast. I was like a hair's breadth away from commenting on that poor person's blog post. And I know she's probably just doing her job for the company, but I was about to rip her a new asshole. It pisses me off when people do that. It's not that expensive. Anyway. Oh, you hit a nerve. You hit a nerve.
Sorry.
I'm about to go off some more. Especially I've been drinking. It does. It pisses me off. If you know what you're doing and you put in the effort and you do the work yourself, like a blogger, then you won't have to spend that much. It costs you literally $3 a month. But if you decide to outsource, that's where a lot of your expenses are going to be coming from. I know this kind of right now because I am paying for a writer on Practically Living Green because I don't have the time for it. But I do write my own blog posts, but I pay him to write more, which is keeping the site alive. That's the whole point. And even then, I think I spend less than $100 a month on his content. So you don't need to budget so much money. It just pisses me off. It's not that expensive.
All right.
Sorry,
Chat.
I've been drinking. And on that note, I want to drink my last duck fart. Enjoy.
All right. So KDC asks, has anyone here ever worked at an agency? I'm guessing that means a digital marketing agency or content marketing agency. I have not. Anyone else?
No. I do. I work at a web hosting company. An agency. I've done temp jobs before, but nothing related to writing. Like when I say temp jobs, I mean like from the 1990s where I'd have to stack frosting on pallets and stack doors on pallets. And it used to piss me off. Like when I went to school for clerical, so I am an office worker, always have been. I type almost 70 words a minute with 100% accuracy. I walk into these temp services. First thing they hand me is a labor paper application because I'm a guy. I'm like, bitch, I type faster than you. And so it kind of would make me so mad. Oh, this is a night for all kinds of anger. Anyway, as for marketing agencies, no. I have had a few job offers recently through LinkedIn, no doubt. For anybody watching or listening, LinkedIn for a freelance writer is your best friend. You'll get all kinds of offers. I get hits. Like I got a thing from Slack today from Denver. making bank. Like, ooh, for the exact same job I do for Green Geeks. So half tempted to use that as a bargaining chip.
Hmm.
Probably not. I
There you
love my
go.
job. I love working for Green Geeks. But you will get all kinds of offers from Slack. My point to that is as for agencies, I get a couple of inquiries a month from agencies. I'm not interested in it, mostly because if I did that, I'd have to quit the YouTube stuff and my blogs, and I have too much fun doing this shit. So, not gonna happen. But I think I might know a couple of other people who have worked for agencies. I know one person I know owns her own agency. Yeah. Um, but as for working for him, no, I never have. Not true, Mike. You worked that data input job that paid you by word in 2004. That was I was doing health administration stuff. I was inputting insurance claims and all that, and they were paying per word. And they kind of I worked there for like that wasn't really a content marketing agency. That was more of a outsourced agency for filling out health records for clients of theirs. So kind of like say if a hospital outsourced their data entry to a company, that's who I worked for. And I worked there for like 2 weeks, and then maybe it was a little bit longer than 2 weeks. But they changed how, well, what happened is that they changed the agreement on us. They changed how they're going to pay us and dropped the
Not
pay.
cool.
Half of us walked out. I mean, it was bullshit. Like, I'm not kidding. Half of us left that day. Like, you can't
Wow.
offer a pay rate and then change it in the middle of the contract. In fact, if we wanted to sue, we probably could have won.
Oh, you guys had contract.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah.
it was horseshit. So at that point I was kind of young. I didn't want to rock the boat. I said,
Yeah.
you know what? I will join everybody else. Half of us left. We're like, fuck this, we're done. And a lot of us got screwed on it. So that's why we walked out, because they made it to where only the fastest, most successful people made any money. Anybody slower than that got screwed. So it was. I wish I could remember the exact logistics of it, but essentially it was they were going to pay the faster people more and the slower people less, and it was a scale. And I'm like, nah, like I was considered um, mediocre at the IRS. In the IRS, you have to type like I did the 10 key, 13,500 keystrokes per hour. That's pretty fast on 10 key. But there's people at the IRS can do 21,000 keystrokes an hour. And if you want to know what that sounds
Excuse
like,
me.
if you want to know what that sounds like, yeah, just. So I'm not slow by any means, but it was like the way they had it screwed up, or the way they had it paid out, is that a lot of us were losing money. I think I was losing like 20 or $30 on it. And so we're like, we're done. Yeah, fuck this. You can't do that. That's wrong on so many levels. Anyway, that's
Yeah.
what Sam was talking about. That was a bullshit company. Slack is a big company. Yes, it is. In fact, they pay a lot for. Well, they pay the base rate for what I do, which is like 3 times more than I make. I tell you, I'm seriously considering taking Slack up on their offer. Um, let's see. I am considering it. I heard
Wow,
it's a
dude.
good way to grow as a writer, but still get paid while doing it. For the agency.
Yeah, do it.
Oh yeah,
Shoot. And
it's
even if it doesn't work out, you just stay there for a year and then put that on your resume for your next big gig. I mean,
oh yeah.
that's a well-known company. That'll look real good, juicy on your resume.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of adding anything you do to your resume. Like I even have my ghostwriting work on my resume, even though you can't really prove it. I still put it on there because I've done that much, and it actually helped me get my one of my jobs. So anything you can add to your resume is awesome. So
Mm.
if they're going to wind up paying you, if they're pay you enough to where it's worth your time, then definitely yes. But you always got to weigh that in. Whether you're working a content mill, freelance writing, or blogging, make sure you're able to sustain yourself. You don't want to like jump in and full bore into something without having a backup plan, because your bills don't give a rat's ass how much you make. They're going to continue to grow. They're going to continue to come in every month like clockwork. Make sure you can pay your stuff.
Mm.
And I think that's actually when I did the interview with Megan, that was one of my answers was make sure you can sustain. Like if you have a full-time job now and you're thinking about writing, that's good. Keep your full-time job while you're exploring writing. Because if you drop your full-time job to explore writing and you turn out that you suck at it, you're screwed. And you just sacrificed a sure thing paycheck for the prospect of making money. Don't do that. You want to be able to sustain yourself. Preach.
Mic drop. Wait, pick up the mic. Mic drop. KDC, I say go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a chance to work at Slack, a big, well-known company, and well-known in, well-known outside of this industry, but well-known in the industry too. So if you want to be a writer and you want to do online type of work, yeah, go for it. I mean, even if it doesn't work out, I mean, you're gonna learn. You're gonna be around people who eat and sleep and breathe internet, and it's like you're gonna learn shit there, you know. So
well,
I mean,
I think
I would go for it.
I think he was bringing up Slack because that's the one that sent me an email the other day.
Oh, well, an
Still.
agency in general,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
gonna learn
yeah.
a lot. Yeah, I'd go for it.
Yeah.
I'd still go for it, even if it's an agency
As long as
no one's ever heard of.
As long as you're not an intern.
Yeah, I mean, if they're paying you like an actual salary or something.
Oh yeah, don't do shit for free. Yeah, that's where I have a problem. I do a lot of stuff for free that I really should charge for.
Pick up the mic. Pick up the mic. Get ready to drop it.
No, it's I don't know. It's weird because like when I moved to LA, like in Los Angeles, there's a dollar amount tied to fucking everything. Like I was staying in a friend's Airbnb, and I was helping him out managing the Airbnb so that it'd take off a bit of my rent, so I'd be paying him like $1,000 a month, and it was for the one bedroom. And so I'd help by whenever Airbnb people came over, I showed them where their room was, their bathroom. I cleaned up all that stuff, and so he wanted to pay me for doing the cleaning of the living room and the kitchen. I'm like, I live here. That's what I do. It's like, you're going to pay me for cleaning my own house? So I told him, don't worry about it. And they like, it blew them away in LA because that's how I was raised. I'm from, Utah/Colorado. And so I'm in Los Angeles and I'm like doing all this shit. And they're like, how much do you want for it? I'm like, I'm doing it because I don't want a messy bathroom. So like, they couldn't wrap their minds around it because everything in LA has a price tag to it. So like, yeah, I don't want to sleep in shit. That's why I'm cleaning. It was like an alien concept. There's a whole different audience out there. Anyway. Wow, that had nothing to do with writing. I am considering it. I heard it's a good way to grow as a writer, but still get paid while doing it. Yes. Oh, I think we covered that.
I don't know. But maybe we didn't do a good job.
My face is numb. Crown Royal went straight to my head. All right. Anywho, is there anything else we wanted to cover? We actually stayed on topic throughout the entire night. That is a fucking first.
Pretty much, yeah.
This actually might be our best episode ever. Woohoo! Well, now if we actually get it up on Spotify.
We'll just call this episode 1.
Yeah.
Practice.
Yeah. I could do that.
Actually, yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Okay, guys, good night. Gotta go to bed. 4:30 comes early. Yes,
All right,
it
good night,
does,
Sam.
Sam. Good night.
What time is it?
It
Oh,
is
shit.
9:30 here.
Yeah, I think Sam's got the right idea here.
Yep, I think we're about to wrap things up. We actually did pretty good. It was, yeah.
Okay.
If anybody
Nice.
has any questions about blogging or freelance writing, let us know. Michael, what do you think of lead magnets or doing free work to get more work? Did you ever write for free? No. I am a bit anal when it comes to my writing. I had one person contact me and was asking me for my prices. Like, you know what? All right, 25 cents a word is what I charge right now. And technically, that's actually a fairly decent rate compared to what some other people will charge you. The 25 cents a word is what it is worth for me because that's going to take time away from my own blogs and my videos. So that's what you're going to pay. And she was incensed. She's like, that is so much. I'm like, well, go somewhere else because I don't care. At this point, I am one of those type of person. I don't need the money. The what I get paid right now pays all my bills, pays the mortgage. I have, I'm paying for. Well, I just paid for my daughter to go to DC. Um, I'm giving her $100 to spend there, and I've got enough money to where I can live comfortable. I'm not rich by any means. I have no car. My van is falling apart. It has a flat tire. I got to get my license back next week. So, like, I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, but I do make enough to pay my bills, and that's all that matters to me. So, when somebody asks me how much, what it costs to write this article, it's going to cost you because now you're taking time away from the shit that I want to work on. So, no, I don't write for free. The only time I write for free is if I was to do um, a guest post on somebody's blog, but technically that's not for free because I'm getting a backlink for it and getting more exposure. Like I was thinking, like Chris offered for me to write on his blog, and I was like, if I had the time, I so would do that. I never had the time to write you a blog post. And Chris has wrote a blog post for me. In fact, your how to bullshit yourself to make more money on content mills still gets a ton of traffic.
For
So
real?
yeah, there's people that still come to that blog post. And that was like 2 years ago.
It's me. It's me. I
Yeah.
go every day just to seem relevant.
So
Hey,
that would be the only time I would ever write for free. I don't do this whole like there's influencers out there that say that give me a dinner for free and I'll do a shout out for you to my followers. No, you got to pay. I don't do shit for free. Eat a dick. Not gonna happen.
hey, KDC. I know your comment was to Michael, but I'm gonna chime in. You said, what do you think of lead magnets? So, for those who don't know, a lead magnet.
I
Well,
glossed
okay.
over that.
Short answer. I would say for freelancing, no. For clients, no. For blogging, I would say yes. Um, I mean, in a sense, everything you do blogging is free because no one's paying you directly. But specifically, like, would you give away free content like as a lead magnet? Yeah, absolutely. Do that on your blog. Um, because I mean, especially if you have a plan in place like if you're going to do like a drip email campaign and you're going to have
Yeah.
tripwire products, you're going to have higher end products, get all that stuff together first before you drop your well, actually you could do the lead magnet ahead of time and start building your list before you even have a plan on how to monetize it, but make sure you follow up with monetizing it. But as far as freelancing for clients, no, you don't need to. And oh my god, even especially on platforms, any type of content mill or platform, if they want you to do free content, like as a test article, well, not a test article, but like a, what do you call it?
Introductory?
Like, well, a sample. If they want a
Sample,
free sample, yeah. Now it's one thing if they say they're gonna pay it, they'll pay you if they decide to use it, and if they don't use it, then you're free to use it on your blog, something like that I would be okay with. But people that want free samples. Nah. Yeah.
Well, the only sample I would ever send is a 300 word article that I wrote before. I do have samples from when I first started. That that would be the only thing, and um, I would guarantee that they would not be using it on their website. So I have complete rights to it. You use it on your site, I'm gonna sue your ass. This is my sample.
Right.
But like from a client's perspective, we actually pay um, for our test writers. So like if somebody decides they want to work for us, we'll say, okay, we got 10 articles for you. Write these. We'll pay you. I think the going rate at the moment was I was paying 1.4 cents, which is what you get on Text Broker. Um, or 1.4 cents a word, but we'd actually pay for those articles. So we weren't asking for free samples at all. In fact,
Yeah.
the owner, who's ahead of above me in the grand scheme of things, he's actually the one who brought that up. Like, we will not be doing free samples. We will pay for anything someone submits. So, like, if we use it, like, all right.
Cool.
So, yeah, there's a lot of companies out there that don't ask for writing for free. And if they do, I would say question it a bit. Sounds kind of shady. I have yet to come across a company that wants free samples other than a basic 300 word intro. Like, yeah, I don't think I've come across any actually. I've like done stuff. I've actually inquired big businesses like Blizzard, which is writing for games. I came this close to applying to Blizzard.
Oh, you should.
I should have
Dude,
too.
you should.
This was back when Diablo 2 was still popular, so I should have applied. I could have been writing Diablo 3 and Diablo 4. Oh well. Should have. See, this is what happens when you don't take those shots, because you'll miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So
Yep.
you never know what's going to happen if you take that shot, because if I wouldn't have gotten the job, then I'm no better or worse off than I am now. But what if they would have picked me up? Huh? I could be walking around with Diablo head bust behind me. Anywho, but yeah, when it comes to free content, I'm like, I will give you the extent of my free sample is the 300 word article. Technically, that's on WriterSanctuary. You want to see a sample? Go read my blog.
Yeah, really.
I'm all over the internet. It's kind of hard to miss me. Anywho, I don't know about the best episode, just most on topic. I don't know. Because we had like 15 viewers last week. I think, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Because, like, I think people like it when we're actually on topic, but
Pretty
they
sure
also.
episode 2 was the best, don't you?
Oh,
Don't you guys think?
yeah.
I
we
mean,
had a few good ones.
depends on how you define best. Tomato, tomato. I mean, come on.
We're talking about what can be monetized or what's more engaging.
Best,
We'll never
most
have a
embarrassing,
sponsor.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap it up. Come on, give your spiel.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's see. I think we caught everything up. Your time is valuable no matter what you do in life. Time has value from Sam.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. I'm all over the internet. It's kind of hard to miss me. Another golden slogan from Michael. Yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm like a disease. I'm a venereal disease. I'm all over.
God.
This is what happens when one of us drinks and the other one stays sober.
Sorry.
No, if you got kidney issues or liver issues,
Was there a sentence in there? Because I missed it.
I think
What?
so. I don't know.
What did you say?
I say it. I don't know. Anywho, okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up. This was wow. Initially I was thinking these shows would last about an hour. But I think it's the
Yeah,
engagement.
me too.
It's the engagement of people actually asking and interacting is what
Oh yeah.
I love
Plus,
it.
we don't know when to shut up.
Oh yeah, this is for me. I don't know about Chris. I can't speak for Chris, but for me, this is an amazing amount of time. I love doing these.
Yeah.
I don't drink either. Well, I didn't until about 3 years ago. Actually, I think I've drank more in my new house than I ever have at any point in my life. I don't know if that's yeah. I don't think there's a bad thing to it. There's been a few times where I was thinking maybe it was too much because I was drinking every night. But I think that's because I was trying to go to sleep. And like Sam brought up, alcohol is not a very good sleep aid. It helps me. So good night, guys. Have a great weekend. See you Monday p.m. Good night,
All right, Ron.
I will
Night,
be
Ron.
back on Monday with Sam. I don't know if we have a topic. I don't think normally we just kind of wing it on Mondays. Technically, we wing it on Fridays too, but today we actually stayed on course fairly well.
Yeah. Yeah. We did okay.
Oh, Sam's jealous. I'm going to throw her under the bus. Sam's jealous because the podcasts get more views than the Monday live streams by twice. Viral? Absolutely.
Well,
I
she
had
just
viral.
she needs to drink more.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the secret.
Well, we even drink on Mondays. I don't know. Yes,
I
KDC,
don't
I
know.
was drinking Fireball earlier, but I think you missed it. And I also did duck farts for my mom, but she never showed up tonight. A duck fart is Crown Royal and Bailey's Irish Cream, and I had 3 of those. So I've had 6 shots of alcohol, and I'm kind of a lightweight as it is. So I'm kind of amazed that I'm not slurring my speech.
You are slurring your speech.
Well,
Not that much, though.
No.
Not that
But
much. No more than usual, though.
hey, be happy I haven't stood up on the desk and started stripping. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Give me 12 weeks. Everybody want me to strip. Strip. Yeah.
That's for you, Doc.
Yeah, we'll have to do an OnlyFans.
Oh, God.
Duck farts? Yes, duck farts is a drink my mom turned me on to a couple of years ago. It's Bailey's Irish Cream and Crown Royal. And I think she got it off of a TV show. I think it was Duck Dynasty or one of those other redneck shows. It's actually pretty good. So every time I go home, she makes me drink duck farts. I mean, it's like forces them down your throat. Gets almost aggressive with it. Like, I just want a glass of wine. I just pictured someone holding a glass behind a duck. Holding up here and squeeze.
Oh, God.
But
I
then
pictured it.
But then you'd have to worry about the feathers blasting out of his ass and across your face.
And then you got to pick it out of your... Oh, yeah.
And what if he had Taco Bell the night before? Then it'd be all kinds of sticky.
Ducks don't eat Taco Bell.
They do if you shove it down their throat.
Wow, yeah.
Okay, anyway, we derailed the shit out of this episode. So cut the last 15 minutes. All right, anyway. Thank you for watching, everybody. We have a great time. I will see you guys on Monday. And Chris and I will be back on Friday. And hopefully one of us will have podcasts up this week so you can hear it on Spotify. At which point I will share the link on social media, on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I will also add it to our videos. I'll probably go through the past ones and probably copy and paste the link into those. I don't know. Maybe Chris will do it because I'm not very good at marketing.
I wasn't paying attention. What am I going to do?
I don't know.
All right, guys.
Not
Good
a
night.
clue. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week.